So I just realized I don't have to sit there awkwardly anymore because I don't play ads anymore. How about that? All right then. All right then. Well, all right, all right, all right. Where are my other ships? There they are down there. We want to look at those while we do this. Clara sitting in waiting mode. I am extremely, extremely conditioned to wait for those ads to finish. I really am. It's very Pavlovian. Hello, nerds, nerdettes, nerdlings, nerdsters, whatever you are. Three's gifting a sub to the channel. That's big engine energy right there. How y'all doing? Happy Monday. It is officially Chlorokin's day. That's right. I've claimed Monday on the Eve Twitch category. Nobody gets this day, it's just me. And of course, I'm going to give it to you guys, as one does. I have a little bit of coffee here. I'm going to be greeting you individually. I'm going to be doing industry, marketing, harvesting, and I'm going to be talking about audio hardware. I'm going to be talking about hunting tactics. I'm going to be talking about Baldur's Gate. I'm going to be talking about Linux, surely. I'll be talking about the events in RA. A lot of stuff going on today. I don't have a list, but it's off the rip. I'm sure I'll forget most of those things in a matter of minutes. Sub Jerry, sub Viri, how are you? Let me say hello to my friends here. Because it's not a Chloro stream if you don't get a personalized hello and goodbye. It's true. It's part of what you guys support is the getting to know everybody. Lucas was here before the stream went live by about a second or two. Pretty impressive. I think it's because of the Discord notification. Shout out Lucas. What's up, buddy? First chat of the day. Haas is here. Hey, man. How's it going? Haas chucking me some reactions. I'll tell you right now, what I don't need is a C3 FTM. I got about like 25, 30 bill worth of that shit. But I'll take it anyway, because you're the lad. Tank is here. How you doing? Endless is here. Thank you for the subscription. Very kind. 3 months in a row. Actually, it doesn't say in a row. I shouldn't take liberties not afforded to me by these systems in place. Endless OG, thank you for the 3rd month. Appreciate you. Glad you're enjoying the show. Bit of a quiet chatter, but a good one nonetheless. What am I judging on? Well, the rubric is, of course, proprietary, but rest assured it's fair, it's equitable, and most importantly, it's sexy. Myth is here. How you doing? Spooks is here. How you doing, Mr. Spookinator? Spooky says, I'm okay, how are you? I said, I'm doing the most well. Rude Paul is here. Rude Paul is making a Vidya game. Looks a bit like an ARPG, if I had to guess. Now, I have questions, but none of them are for here and now. Paul, good to see you. Nike is here. What's going on? Little Pop Nemo, Pop Nemo, Pop Nemo. Bang Biscuit, hey buddy. Getting attacked. Thank you 3 with the Prime on a 2-month streak. Hell yeah, he's done what Gabe Newell could not, and that is, of course, count to 3. Appreciate that. Morning, Mahoney, how you doing? Called him James because over on YouTube he's James Mahoney, I think. If he's not James, if this is a different Mahoney, then I truly have dropped the ball today. What's up, dude? Gravy's here. 3 is here. It was Gucci. Ryan Richards over on YouTube. How you doing? What's going on? Mad Mike Ross over on YouTube too. Let me pull you guys up here. You deserve a spot in the limelight, yeah? Dank Gravy convincing me to run an NPSI tomorrow. I think we can do that. Hopefully it'll be better than Fridays. Fridays was the worst NPSI I have ever run. That was the worst. I kind of have a built-in excuse because the shit's crazy out there, but still, yikes. I've never taken L's that hard, that fast. It was totally non-consensual. George, what's up, buddy? How are you? Drone Bay is here. Blitz is here. Everybody is here. Everybody is here. In fact, The only people not here are CCP members. So because they're not watching, we're allowed to party. The boss is gone, the workers will play. Hope everybody's having a good start to their week. Dank Gravy commenting on the state of affairs. Parody is here, Rutro. On my screen, it says Parody has subscribed for 30 months, but here it says 26. 30? That's not real. Look, I'm not even playing. Look at this. It literally says 30 months. Is it normal to show you the Twitch dashboard when you're streaming? I feel like I've never seen a streamer do that. It's probably pretty normal. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I think it's harmless, though. Why not? You guys can see it. We're all friends here, right? What's a little Twitch dashboard among friends? That shit crazy. Let me make sure I don't miss any of the friendlies here. The 3 is here. How you doing? The 3 dropped an Athanor drill for Eve Uni Nubros to use. That's huge. I've never done that. Probably never will. Not because I'm too good, but on the contrary. Too bad. I think you're going to be sitting there like in a probe, cloaked, just like watching them use it, being like, yes, my children. Prosper. Life after. What's up, buddy? Water's only wet if you touch it. What you got for fun facts? Yes, indeed. The sensory experience is part of the description. Thanks for coming by, everybody. Thank you for the subs. Gamato says, good morning, sir. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Jerry's here. Viri's here. Good vibes in Arc Raiders this morning. How is that game? Dan Gravy says, did you see your write-up on the EVE community newsletter? What's that about? Oh, did they put the Odysseus video in the beat? No. I don't believe that. I took a different, my perspective on the Odysseus was probably not quite what they were looking for. Interesting. We'll check that out in a second. Gomorrah, thank you for coming by. Playing and listening. I'll try to keep the whole alarms to a bare minimum today. Sebby, welcome back. Good to see you. Zurich, how are you? If you look in the launcher, it's community use thing. All right, let me look in the launcher. Now you got me curious. My ego is bugging. I have the launcher fixed to a small... very small... Here we go. I have the launcher fixed to a very small window, so I can't actually see it if there's anything on the launcher. It's funny. Oh, so you're saying it got on the community beat. Really? I just find that hard to believe because my Odysseus video was like, this is good for single boxers. And I feel like that's not what they designed the ship for. That's crazy. Shout out to the community team for throwing your boy up there. I'm gonna link this to my girlfriend. She drew that. She's famous. Famous. I mean, this is actually shocking. I figured that they'd be kind of like, not that I view CCP as caring about what I do, but I kind of figured they'd be annoyed that people said this would be good for single boxers. I don't know why I thought that. Apparently they don't, because they would not have put it in the beat if they disagree with my take. That's so cool. Been a while. They usually try to put content creators on the beat when they make like good content that kind of goes in the direction of what they're going for, and then they also try to spread it out. They hit like a creator every so often. I've been there a couple of times. It's always a trip. Thank you. I mean, of all the Odysseus videos, they chose mine. There's like a lot of Odysseus videos. Look, they said I'm famous. That's right, boys. All jokes aside, that's really cool. Everybody likes to shine sometimes, right? And I think that video was well done, and it was very fast too. I made that video like the day it was released. It was really fast, or like the next day or something. Anyway, thanks for sharing that. I probably would have missed that. Myth says, hope all is well. All is quite well. In fact, things are real good over here. Now, I highly doubt, I just cut the music off for Twitch viewers intentionally. I highly doubt that you've paid attention to this, but some of you might use Bluetooth headphones maybe when you listen. But in that Odysseus video, Speak of the Devil, I actually had a bit of an issue with some very quiet but high-pitched static in there that Bluetooth users were picking up on. And I have officially solved that. So you can turn me just about as loud as you want, and there should be absolutely no background static. Now, how did I solve that? It's a handsome question. Well, you could just be like, oh, just turn on Reefer. Well, that's not good enough. That actually distorts your voice. Oh, just use RTX voice. Well, I'm on Linux. Oh, just use RN noise. It's not really good enough. You need a combination of hardware and software to do it. And we finally got there. Low pass filter. Yeah, so the signal, the noise in the signal was actually from my interface. I got a very expensive microphone, but I have a very old, amateurish interface. Now the problem is, it's actually still perfectly good interface, but this is very quiet mic. Intentionally, it's designed that way to make it like a face hugger. This is why people use it in podcasting, right? So what you have to do is you have to increase the signal from here before it hits the interface, and you use an inline microphone preamp for that. So, music back. Very happy. The audio in a Nomad Tail 16 is going to largely be really good, although I still have plenty of recorded stuff on the old setup as well. So it'll be kind of a giveaway if the audio sounds better in sections of Ant 16 that I went back and recorded it now. This is the this is, I think, the second mic upgrade I've done. And this is the final one. What's up, Sarahsfield? How you doing? That should help drive YouTube traffic. Dude, you know what helps drive YouTube traffic? Lorumirth. That boy owns YouTube. Anyway, sorry, I'm really behind. Musurana, how are you? Welcome back. What if I am Gaben? That would be insane that you're spending time here. Parody, welcome to the stream. Sorry, I'm so far behind. Thank you for an insane amount of subscriptions, skins, and good vibes. Wishing nothing but the best to you, mister. Where's my boy Nico? He's probably sleeping. He tries to sleep during my streams. Pookie, what's up? I'm here, don't say I'm slacking. Oi! Oi! I sub in 6 block months. Ah, right. That's it. That's it. That's how you're ahead of everybody else. I see. C-Tom says, Chloro live. Nice round for me to brew some coffee. C-Tom, hey, buddy. I like this C-Tom feller. Arc Raiders looks awesome. Yeah, it's good. What's up, Toto? What's up, Nova? Look at the manufacturing skills for Tech 3 lately. Yeah, it's insane. I'm actually doing it for the second time on a second character. Don't recommend it. Nova, good to see you. Just Dumb All says, I'm building a doctrine using a Newt Odysseus and a Cenotaph for PvP. That's sick as fuck. That's sick as fuck. 2 cloaky battle cruisers just going at it, eating all the content. Late night, Ray. What's up? Welcome back. This functions like a mini Orca in ways, yeah. Just missing compression. What's up, Cycle? I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. How are you? Hey, Fish. Good morning. Have you considered running Windows? Not yet. You gotta understand, I'm 99% Windows, 1% Linux. If you look at my track record. I'd say EQ it out. You could use Reefer, which is a plugin to subtract noise from the background, right? But we're not actually dealing with background noise. We were dealing with inline noise. Yeah, brutal. Perhaps you need a few ferrites on the interface connecting leads. Yeah, I mean, with lower quality interfaces, they just have some noise. All interfaces introduce some noise. This is not usually detectable, right? But because this was so quiet, yet high quality, it was really noticeable. And it did kind of ruin my Odysseus video. Thankfully, it wasn't that bad. Techno Troll, welcome back. You use a de-essing and noise Timmy EQ, yeah? No. So the old audio was an M Audio fast track from like 2004. And that's actually the interface I'm still using. It's perfectly fine. I'm not a pro. I just need it to transcribe to USB, but it doesn't have like its own pre-processing boost. Yes, a dynamic equalizer is nice. I have 0 VSTs on this. 0. Isn't that awesome? So adding VSTs at this point would be a way to basically make my voice even greater. But I'm actually a little bit resistant to adding a bunch of VSTs. Although stuff like dynamic equalizers, it's hard to argue the cons. But I'm just kind of hesitant because it's almost easier as an amateur to just not have to go the pro technique. Ryan says, hey, Ivan, what's up, buddy? Was this only for YouTube, like produced video? Sorry, was what only for YouTube? Sorry, I missed it. So, Cycle, I did actually, I mean, I do have VSTs on Linux even. I mean, I have a shite load of them. This is Linux Studio, I think it's called, LSP. And this is just one of their packages. And these are all pretty much what you'd expect them to look like. Right? Like, they're all pretty primo. They base them off of the paid ones. All free. It's pretty crazy. I just don't know enough about audio engineering at this point anymore to go in and make it even better. And the whole reason I've done this is to kind of finalize my ability to make YouTube videos and also just sound a little bit better on Twitch. It's not going to be perfect on Twitch because I am running noise suppression on top of it all. Laura helped turn me into? Hell yeah. Lord Kyle, how you doing? Yeah, precisely. The voice issue. Yeah, so it was also on Twitch. You know, I can almost show you if this is of interest to folk. I mean, we would just have to go back to a video from a few days ago, maybe, you know? Here real quick. Let me see if I can find it. I should do this on Florp actually, so we can hear it. For live stuff, you don't want to get too heavy on them due to latency. Yeah, I'm even just bass filters through OBS will add latency. It's nuts. Cycle, it's interesting that you know so much about audio engineering. I'm reading what you're saying. So really the beauty of having the inline microphone preamp is that like I don't have to really think too much harder about this. Like any noise that enters the signal now is going to just get utterly drowned out. But for like a studio, I've barely touched the surface, and I recognize that based on what he's saying. Real quick, let's see if we can hear what I'm talking about here. If we go to Chlorokin here and go to videos. So a couple days ago, let's just go. Let's just try this and listen to what it sounds like later. Because there won't be any music. Is going around the outside with a micro warp drive. There's advantages to both. I hear it. It's white noise. It's actually, you know, a multi frequency. It's not just like on one frequency. But Jedi mind tricking is ultimately safer. And it's worth mentioning that on vital core reservoirs, you have to Jedi mind trick it. You have to. Yeah, so I guess I won't belabor it, but I can hear it there. It's very obvious. The music masks it. But in recording, you can't get away with that. If you have that much noise to your signal, it's like you're just, it's worthless. You can't turn that up in post. You'd have to literally strip frequencies, I think. Stay with your stuff? Yeah, no doubt. I mean, to be fair, I spent a bunch of your guys' money on these things. I went with a very stereotypical, like, newbie podcaster setup. Hey, Sal Sui, how are you? Newbie as in, like, kind of falling for the branding. But it's a Cloud Lifter with Phantom Power I already had, and an SM7B with flat on the bottom. So it's not actually doing anything to the signal. And I thought long and hard about whether I should do that or not. And I'm really happy I did, personally. There are some tangible advantages I've found to this over like a budget USB mic, and it's just like, it's hard to even, I don't even know if I could describe the benefits, but it's shocking. I demand you spend my money on coffee and hookers only. Well, coffee, yes, hookers, no. But yeah, it was on Twitch too, Ryan, but it's kind of hard to notice. You'd have to have pretty bad headphones for it to be really annoying before, but now it's completely gone. So I'm having a good time with all that. And in DaVinci Resolve, like, it's night and day. The signal is so crisp and clear. It's awesome. It'll always be a little muddy on Twitch. And that's kind of, I don't even want to fight that because I do enable RN noise suppression at some point in the chain. Just so you don't hear my keyboard. I mean, I could put O-rings on it. I could change stuff around, but you don't want to hear a keyboard for real. You know what's kind of crazy? I almost like hearing streamers' keyboards. I always liked that. And I don't know, I guess I've never thought about it until right now. Welcome to my stream, everybody. How are ya? I would say this is unnecessary, what I've done with the audio, but it's gonna make future episodes extremely awesome to me. And that's kind of, it's kind of worth it. Maybe you should make an OBS related video for helping people set up. I like your video style enough to actually watch and use it. Yeah, I would love to make videos on how to make content. I don't think I'm there yet though, Nova. I feel like I need to get more popular before I teach people how to make videos. You know what I mean? Salsui says, my Warhammer static was near Jeddah. Hell yeah. Are you ganked in Hysak? What happened? Maybe exotic dancer's female? No, I got an awesome girlfriend. Don't need the hookers, but shout out to hookers. I got love for my sex workers too. Cycle Repeating says, I'm putting a pic of my setup in the no context section of your Discord. Let me see. No context? No contact. No contact has a different connotation to it, doesn't it? This is Cycle Repeating setup right here. Ooh. Oh, you got the keyboard underneath? Ooh, man, you're on fire. That's clean. Oh, by the way, we have a giveaway winner. Let's give Esther Manos his prize, yeah? You can always share the exotic dancers with your community. I don't know if you can like buy the services of a sex worker and then like give it to somebody else. I don't think you can do that. I don't have much experience with that though. It's got like Archer vibes where he's like, how about this expensive prostitute? And like tries to give it to somebody. It's like, I don't think you could do that. Somebody won a Redeemer over the weekend. Brother Grim coming in on Man Bun Monday. I don't even understand how that's possible. What's up, Grim? This is one of the most prolific Eve streamers out there. Why do I say that? Some people have shticks and they're lame. Brother Grimoire has shticks and they're awesome. That's my opinion. You can say I'm sucking up, but I don't care. That's my opinion. Appreciate you, King. Today's gonna be a nice chill day. Let me grab them man buns. I love booty. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. I got a bunch of viewers that are big fans of yours, man. Keep doing what you're doing, and I wish nothing but awesomeness for you, for real. Brother Grimm is where you started watching Eve on Twitch. He's got a hell of a show over there. Shout out Brother Grimm. Gannicus, welcome to the stream. Gen C, Grim Raid, yeah. Archer's my favorite. Yeah, dude, I've watched too much Archer. It's brutal. First 3 seasons, dog. I swear to God, I know him word for word. I urinate publicly says 0707. Have you ever been arrested for that? I feel like you can get on the sex offender registry for doing that. Just be careful when you do that. Let me grab them man buns. What sex workers don't offer gift cards? That's true. Okay, I didn't think about that. I guess what I like about the gift card is like you can still refuse to honor the gift card, but if someone just hands you off to somebody, that's Epstein coded. I don't like that. You know what I mean? We got to keep everything above board here. People deserve agency. There's a bit of a joke here. Maybe Raiders don't know, but I often consider what I do. I compare what I do here, streaming on Twitch, to sex work all the time. So just a little context. Parody, drive safe, ride safe, whatever you're doing, mister. Appreciate you coming by. Naked Boss says, when is it not chill with you? Sometimes I get a couple cups of the old Joe inside of me, and then it's just lights out. I'm straight lower mirth. You can't shut me up. Sal, I've been ganked too, my friend. It's a humbling moment. You're like, what did I do wrong? Raznak says, I finished Nomad series, and a few weeks ago you said episode 16's on the way. It's true. It's true. Here, you know why it's true? Check this out. You're going to love this. I got proof now. So if we just do a little fast fetcherino here, what does this say right here? Raznak. This says, run media chlorokin / ant, A-N-T, a nomad tail. I just keep showing people a hard drive when they ask about Ant, being like, yeah, it's real. Yeah, no, the plan is to do it by the end of the year. My plan is to get it done by the end of the year. I'm waiting for the new ships to come out. I got some stuff to talk about, right? And if I can't get it done by the end of the year, I'll just give all of my chatters 10 billion ISK each. The sex worker is showing his hard drive. All right, let's give this man his redeemer. Somebody won a redeemer. It's true. Which is pretty insane if you think about the logistics of that. Let me just kill myself in the game. I'm not going to do it in real life, obviously. I would never joke about that. But I am going to kill myself in the game because, you know, you got to move. Rest in peace, stream DRB. Too soon. So let's leave this panther and these shitty implants I have here and then unalive myself back to Jitta and then give this young chatter that won a redeemer his redeemer. Why? Because sometimes you gotta bribe people. It's just how it works. So far so good. Streams are strong. We used to pick a buzzword for Archer and take a drink shot every time someone said it. Until we picked birthday. I mean, whom is a good one for Archer? Nobody says whom in real life. Nobody. I say it and people look at me like I'm fucking insane. Alright, let's go to Jitta. This man needs a deemer bad. I offered to wear heels and step on people at FanFest for money. Did you actually do that? New fetish unlocked. I'm gonna go hit up the group chat and let them know. that I'm gonna be busy during next Fan Fest. It's funny, I'm a bit prude here on this stream, but every once in a while people bring it out of me. All right, so here we go. What do we need? We need a Deemer. We need a Deemer for the friend. This chatter did work hard for this. They clicked it, and out of like 60, 70, maybe even 80 people, they successfully secured the Redeemer. All right, Aster Manos. You ready, mister? What's your name? Your name is Aster Manos. Manos. Manos? No, there's no Nye over it. Congratulations on taking my stuff.jpg. It's funny, my corporation actually needs redeemers, and here I am handing them out to strangers. Like a goddamn legend. What about punch cards? Where do you watch on Netflix? I mean, I would never actually recommend torrenting things that are intellectually propertyized. Anything with trademarks, copyrighted. I would never actually recommend torrenting them, but I've heard you could do that, but it's obviously against all the laws. So yeah, you would be a criminal if you did that. It's kind of what it comes down to. Just like if you block ads, you're a criminal. It's true. So Will. Reckoning, welcome to the stream. What's up, Squirrel? Nomad's Tale is a great watch. Well, thank you. Now it feels like waiting for the new episode of Game of Thrones to come out. Yeah, no, actually though, it's like one a year at this point. Stream Derby, he got banned, mate. He got banned because he like did a violent threat to somebody, although it was supposedly a joke. I don't know what happened. He did a Gigax. You guys trying to grind some coffee real quick? Because, like, you know, I wouldn't mind another cuppa. Whom of which do you speak, sir? I speak of him, I speak of her, I speak of whom, I speak of him. What's up, boss? Wax too? Welcome to the stream. He says, Green's there, how it goes? It goes well. I'm about to do the most hipster shit you've ever seen in your life. Busy chat here. Brother Grimoire's chatters are crazy. You know, I'm gonna be honest. So I'm gonna make somebody mad right now. Sometimes I get rated by a lot of people, and nobody talks. Other times I get rated by people like Grim or, you know, someone else, and they be talking. They be talking it up. Just saying. Grim viewers, not bots, confirmed. Confirmed. Should I turn the grind mic on or no? Last time I did this, my chatters got upset with me, for real. Alright, I'm gonna turn it on. Fuck it. And that's why people tune in. So stupid, dude. Holy shit. Someone says, what's your character name in Jitta? Which one? The one I just was on? It was Jack the Needle. What's up, Cow? Agamu, Somutta, how y'all doing? Cummy Bear's here. Johnny's here. Johnny Vets. Johnny Viet. Azza. Waxstew. I bought my first Orca this morning. Legendary. One could argue that unsolicited advertising and assault on your well-being since they're trying to manipulate and control your actions. Just saying, I mean, that's my opinion. So we're in common ground there. Someone says if you get upset about a Twitch streamer, you need to rethink your life. I've gotten pissed off at Twitch streamers who have no idea who I am before. You ever watch political Twitch streamers, dog? Don't start naming them, but like there's every ideology has one. Don't make you mad. That little shake makes it so much better. Is there there's no ASMR on Twitch, right? It's just on YouTube. Stein says it sounds like crafting a while. Entertaining the vulgar crowd is easy? Nah. My chat's pretty freaking wholesome for the most part. We need, every once in a while, we need a little goofiness. It's 2 hours of this, guys. Buckle up. If I missed your chat, I'm so sorry. Blame Brother Grim. We got a thing on YouTube. I don't know what this is called. Aw, thank you, Ryan. That's too kind. If you didn't hear about it, I think last stream I decided no more ads when I stream, so I disabled them on YouTube and turned them off on Twitch. But I think they still do pre-rolls. But I don't want it. I don't like it. I'm not doing it anymore. I can't stand it. If you like ads, awesome. Seriously, I don't care. But like, I can't stand it anymore. I hate the word. I hate everything about it. Dat grind 100 bits from 3. I just ground up some coffee on a guitar mic, and somebody gave me 100 bits for that. And somebody on YouTube gave me a $2 blue chat. I've unlocked the ultimate hustle, folks. Fuck panhandling. Just do your coffee grind. Dorley, welcome. What's up? I know you. I remember telling you about your SRS stuff, but I didn't bookmark it. Can you help a friend? Stuff. When we say the word stuff, what are we thinking here? I made one video for OSRS and I have a UIM character and a trade character. I didn't make like vidjas for it though. What's up, Zach Ray? How you doing? Let me boil a little bit more of this water so I can start making a delicious cup of coffee, because this is old. This is nasty. Dorley, good to see you again. Yeah, no doubt. I didn't have YouTube videos or anything like that for OSRS. I played Ultimate Iron Man, but I never make content. Reckoning says, who are you again? Don't worry about it. I'm Rushlock. What's up, Zach? Hope things are well. Heard there's places in Europe where public ads are illegal, and it looks like that future utopia meme. Subway stations in the USSR, for example. That daily grind has a whole new meaning. Holy smokes. We need channel points exchange for an on-demand grind, I think. I'm limiting myself to 3 cups of coffee today because unchecked, I'll drink like 9. Did an interview today? Oh, you already have a job. All right, that changes the context. Switch to decaf? I mean, why don't I just do some lines of flour? You know? Just cut out some all-purpose flour and start doing lines. EU consumers are way more protected than the ones in the US. That is an understatement, Ivan. What's up, Arona? You drink decaf for your heart? Alright, let me be clear. Respect, we're different people, but I drink coffee for the caffeine. If this shit didn't have caffeine in it, I would not go through all this. No shot. I am a drug addict first, not a coffee connoisseur. All right, let's just get it completely fair. Well, the problem with 9 cups of coffee is like, when you're grinding each one by hand, it gets a little fucking ridiculous. There's consumer protection in the US? Technically, yes. Technically, yes. In fact, I've even personally benefited from it by lobbying the Federal Communications Committee. I don't know what the C stands for. And they very, very slowly put pressure on my ISP. Use feet then. A Twitch chatter telling me to do something with my feet. That's never happened before. I drink decaf as well. Coffee makes me shaky. Weird thing is I don't have a problem with Monster. Fascinating. Nah, I got no problem with decaf. I'm just joking, but by saying like I don't really care so much for the taste of just raw coffee. The shit I got to go through to make it taste good. So if there wasn't caffeine, count me the fuck out. US is so big and weird, we'll never agree on anything, especially protecting our consumer rights. Mate, there's a lot of money in gutting consumer rights. I mean, it's just like the opposite of consumer rights is more money for businesses. Just saying. Someone says, yo, we have rights in the US. I mean, I do. For now, until someone decides to not do them. But maybe you don't. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Listen, I just live here. I just work here. I don't know what's going on. I live in a state called Pennsylvania. It's not even a state. I like to point this out to people because they don't know. Pennsylvania is a fucking commonwealth. And if you don't know what commonwealths are, that's fine. Nobody here knows either. Nobody has any idea what the fuck that word means. Not a soul. My state's a commonwealth as well. God damn, there's actually more than one commonwealth. What state are you from? And what the fuck is a commonwealth? You're from Kentucky? Okay. I've been there. What the fuck is a commonwealth? I mean, because ain't none of our wealth is common, right? So the words are just a lie. We don't share wealth. Wealth is not common here. We make healthcare and corn and soy for other states. That's what my state does. A British colony, a republic. So Pennsylvania is a republic. All right. I mean, I like parts of Pennsylvania, but they're all geological. They're not cultural. They're not political. They're not anything. They're literally just like, I like the folds of Appalachia. That's it. Have you heard of a right to be forgotten? Yeah, we don't have that, mate. In fact, if a company in America, if a company in the US takes your data down and puts it in their database, I'm pretty sure if they try to remove it, Oracle will come and drop a nuclear warhead on that company. So we have the opposite of right to be forgotten. We have the right to be remembered. Unless you live in California, in which case sometimes they have different laws there. Get the Genius Boost, accelerate, and do the daily air goals. Blitz was talking about he doesn't know what ship to bring out for our blops. I mean, what do you got, buddy? We'll take a bomber. We'll take a strategic cruiser. We'll take a blops. We'll take a hunter. We'll take whatever you got, man. We need you. We need peoples. We got like 5 dudes right now and 2 or 3 log on at once. Pennsylvania is like Transylvania for writing utensils. According to Britannica, Commonwealth is just a word in the state constitution of PAVA in Kentucky. Sounds about right. Razen says, shots fired. Don't bring Transylvania in here. I was going to say, like, is it East European? Like, love Romanians. What is it, Roma? You love Roma? Patience is key, my friend. Make a plan of what you can do now, whether it be income or in support of what you're trying to do eventually. True. Zachary, like, started off the game not that long ago, and he's been making progress and showing up in chat a lot. It's fun to watch him grow. What day do we typically try to do blops? We've been doing it on the weekend. Oh, by the way, here, I'll tell you my blop story real quick. So yesterday, I met up with AO2, and the Chloro Kitties went out one more time. And granted, I feed a lot when I solo, but check this out. So I killed an Ishtar, and he killed my cheetah. I also lost a cheetah to rats somehow, but we're not going to talk about that. Let's talk about this Ishtar real quick. Now, first of all, before you comment on it, I am aware of how awesome I am for killing an Ishtar. I'm aware of that. I just need you to be aware of that as well. That's very important to me, that you understand how cool I am. Now, with that out of the way, we killed an Ishtar, and what was cool about this kill was three things. First, I saw him ratting on Dotlan using the filters. I saw this one guy ratting from like 15 jumps away, and I went right to him and he was there. So that was pretty cool. The second thing was, I guess there's only two huge things of note. First one was that I saw the Delta spike, like 13 rats, and I immediately rushed him and he was there. The second thing was when I blopsed him, he like drifted off of my cheetah since I didn't have a web. And so there's like a panther and a redeemer sitting there like against this Ishtar who's like pulling range. I'm like, dude, is he about to warp off? So I did the thing. With the cheetah dead, I did the thing where I landed and I cloaked and overheated my prop mod and approached him. And I fucking zoomed at him at the speed of fucking light. I zoomed at this Ishtar in my Panther and I overheated my Scrambler and I was like, hey, you done, son. And I caught him with the Panther. Now, why is that cool? Because usually I kind of view the Blops speed thing as like an escaping mechanism or a way to get distance. But like in this case, it like actually looked like it caught it. Like that is what let me catch this guy, was the speed boost from while I was cloaked, because I lost tackle on the cheetah. So very interesting, very interesting. I'm going to make sure that if I go with two people, we're going to send a strategic cruiser and a Blops instead of two Blops like that, because I don't want some 100-man Ishtar just walk off. But other than that, pretty good. We've now killed a bunch of different things with the Blops, and it's just a few of us hanging out being casual, so it's working really well. Blops is an entirely different animal than it used to be. It really is. It's so much more chill now. I can't even describe how much more chill it is. I like Romans. Dunpeel, what's up? I got the Squall, and the only thing I know is how to load ice into it. Do you know what type of stations would need those? I know nothing about ice, my friend, sadly. I wish I could tell you. Not even sure I've ever done it. Ever been to Pacific Northwest? I have not, and I would love to check it out. Personally, I think it would be a vibe. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Obviously, shout out to anybody still here from Brother Grimm's raid. We love that. All hail Chlorican? Hell no. Oh, that was a ref off of my ego rants. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Ishtars are pretty lazily fit usually. How do you use Dotlan for finding ratters? So we were using the Delta, right? Let me pull it up real quick. So if we look at Dotlan real quick, for example, Immensia, I'll show you what I looked at. If you go to Immensia and you sort it by Delta here, you can see when the ratting indexes go up or down, right? So if it's going down, it means somebody was ratting there and they're no longer there, and then green would mean that they weren't and now they are, right? So what I did was I saw him in here. I saw this go from 0 to 13. Right here. And I'm like, interesting. Who's ratting here in this little dead end? And I go there and there's immediately an Ishtar there and I immediately catch him. He like barely started the site. It was amazing. Anyway, that's how you would do it. The Delta, I mean, you can even just use NPC kills, but Delta is what shows you what's going now. Stressed by Ratulard in my Corb. Yeah, it's funny when you light Sinos or kill rats, like it's actually data people can like look at on maps. It's scary. What changed about Blops? The biggest thing that changed about Blops was the fact that Sinos changed. I always say this, but back in the day, you could have a Sino on any ship in the game. An Astero could have a Sino. A Hauler could have a Sino. Strategic Cruiser could have a Sino. The only thing about Sinos were you had bonus ships, which made it easier to use. So what happened back in the day is you would blops people. It was just tremendously easier to get baited. Can you tell when people are hacking? I don't think so, no. That must be considered as a cheat? No, actually, that's how the game works, mate. It's not even a cheat. It's like public information that the API publishes. What happens though, usually, Ivan, is there's like a lot of ratting going on in one system. It's kind of hard to see it start like that. But yeah, I mean, you can just see where everybody's ratting in the game right now based on kills. It's literally in Eve. Like we don't even have to go. If we go to the map right here, check this out. We can see NPC kills in here. I think, right? Yeah, so ships destroyed. This is going to be pirate and police ships destroyed. So if we do this, we can see where the ratting is in real time in the game. Now it's delayed by like 5-10 minutes, I think, right? So it's not exactly real time. But we can see in its space, these systems have like 10, 20,000 ships killed in the last day. And that shows how much ratting they're doing. If you go out to Goon space, you see it's more spread out. If you go over here to Horde space. Now look at Frat space. Look at this ratting here. 20,000 in that system. Huge ratting pocket here. So this is all in the game. It's just slightly delayed, and I guess you don't really get told about it. So it's probably new to some people. Do you use Rift? Nope. Although Rift is cool. ISK is not an object. Damn, Zachary, you've grown up quickly. What the fuck? Nishtar. I have 2 capsule ears. One is in Amar and he's a minor. And then I have a Minotaur. Minmatar. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I don't know about the ice, mate. Was that back when you could stack MWDs? I don't even remember that. That might be before your boys' time. Lancer with the subscription. Thank you, Lancer. Very kind of you. Sorry, I'm behind on chat. I'm not paying attention. Appreciate that. Shout out to anybody that decides to support me. Not required. I love you guys with or without support, for real. Don't get it twisted. But I'll take it. Elite dangerous player. Real time's delayed a bit, so it's not actually real time. Yeah, do forgive me. I think I was saying real time, but what I meant was that it's updated constantly. But yeah, it's definitely not real time. That was a misnomer for sure. Mistake. I haven't been brave enough to actually put the Deemer into combat yet. Hey, join us. I feel like learning how to gather intel in EVE unlocks a completely different kind of gameplay. A lot of things you learn in EVE unlock different gameplay. Like, as soon as you learn how to make abyssal safes in wormhole space, you're like, wait a second, I'm just invincible? You are. Scared to take out my Typhoon? Yeah. When you're a new player or learning the game, the big ships do die all the time. It's brutal. Nuclear Fish with the follow. What's up? Zachary, you're a cute new player. Don't worry. You're not a weird new player. You're cute. Thank you all for joining me. Reticulated Chipmunk with the follow. Bunch of follows. I'm assuming that's due to Brother Grimm. Thank you for that. We're gonna have to raid Grimm. Capsular implants and the specialty knowledge I do not have to stay alive in a PvP battle. I'd say most of the time PvP is won or lost by the damn number of people. Usually. But knowledge is interesting too. I don't know much about PvP, it's true. I like to ambush hunt. I think that's an interesting way to go about the game. You're basically punishing people for making mistakes and taking very few risks. I like that. It's fun. Ryan Richard says abyssal safes, like using an abyssal filament to jump into the system when in trouble. Negative. No, we're talking about abyssal safes. So without linking you a video or belaboring the point, the mechanic goes as follows. If you're in an abyssal area from an abyssal filament and you disconnect or otherwise try to leave that area without finishing it, you will instantly die. There is one exception. If you are removed from an abyssal area during downtime, you will, after downtime, reappear in the previous system at a random location, oftentimes resulting in a true strange safe spot. That is the mechanic. I made a video about it. You're more than welcome to check it out. Isn't that considered a bannable offense? What, abyssal? So this is definitely a misconception, and I guess we're gonna stroke my ego again here. So there is a bannable offense, but it's not abyssal safes. I love stroking my ego. Oh yeah. So if we go to the known and declared exploits page on evoonline.com and we look, this is an exploit. Abyssal tunneling with filaments is an exploit, and it reads, using a filament in system A during cluster shutdown to create a warp tunnel, and then deliberately using the same mechanic in system B at a different downtime to get returned to system A is not permitted. And of course, this is the subject of my video, digging abyssal tunnels, correct? I will link this for those interested. You thought they're different? Yeah. So an abyssal safe is what most people call the safes resulting from using abyssals. I classify them and call them, the good ones, strange safes. What's up, Allie? Malk Tat with the follow. Ozal82 with the follow. What's up? Dunpeel says, I'm getting better at the Foon, but I like being a jack of all trades. In Eve, you benefit from specialization. That is so true. And it's frustrating. Maybe you'll be a future Odysseus pilot. Requires downtime crossing, right, to make an abyssal save? For an abyssal save, correct. I've never heard of another way to leave abyssal safe, abyssal space without dying, besides downtime. So if there's another way to leave, sure. One of the other ways to get deep saves in K-Space is much more random, but sometimes a mission will be 15 missions, incursions. There's actually a fair amount of PvE based spawn points. You could categorize all these things that give you nice save spots when they eventually vacate. But it is a different mechanic than a True Strange. A True Strange or an Abyssal safe, you can technically keep doing it and get a complete conical representation of the system. Whereas obviously with mission stuff, it's kind of like whatever they give you. A little bit less agency, but still good, still useful. You should take all the saves you can get. Why would leaving abyssal space kill you? If you leave abyssal space, you just instantly die. That's just how it works. So abyssal space says if you enter, you can't leave without beating all the rats. If you try to leave, if you disconnect, you die and lose your pod. That's just how they work. What's up, Rizio? How are you? Young Riz. Yasio is here. What's going on? Hope everybody's well. Check the URL. I think you cut it off. Yeah, I cut off the timestamp. I don't think we needed the timestamp. Does the URL not work? Oh, it does. Okay, cool. Scared me. Getting hyped for Friday. What's going on Friday, Rizzo? Anyone figured out how far you can fly outwards from a system? There's no limit as far as I know. Seeing a reverse man bun. Yeah, I just gotta rock what I got. My stream title keeps reverting. Interesting. I swear I said it. Let me see. Did I not set it? Yo, I said it. It's right here. Yo, my boy is trollolololing me. Yeah, no worries, no worries. It's probably like the browser cache or something. Abyssal Space actually exists with... No, Abyssal Space is its own region. Under the hood, I think it actually does teleport you to a new system. All over the place. Basically, they added a contingency for downtime that just puts you in a certain area of the system you were previous at. Because they don't want you to lose your ship for downtime. That's why. The mechanic would be go back to the system you came from at a random location within these algorithmic parameters. OM Dubs with the Prime. Almost a year with this young lad. God damn, time flies. Thank you, OMW. Appreciate you. Don Peel with the follow. Hope you're well. Excuse me. If I'm up at maintenance, I'm going to try it. Yeah, you definitely should. It's huge. Mission saves after completion. Yeah, that's good. Yep. Everywhere safe in Jeddah, borrowed from another. Yeah. I got some true strangers in Jeddah. You can't actually make abyssal safes in Jeddah anymore. They don't let you rip abyssals in 0.8s and higher, so Jeddah is off limits, but there's other ways to make equivalent abyssal safes. That's what it says for me in the title? Yeah, no worries. Fish is trying to help, but his browser's trolling him. Alice there, what's up? I thought CCP clamped on the deep safe from abyssal might be wrong. Nah, yeah. So specifically, you're not allowed to anchor buildings more than 10 AU outside of the system shape, which some abyssal safes are, but it's not enforced. No, actually, you're not allowed to anchor abyssal. You're not allowed to anchor buildings more than 10 AU past the furthest celestial from the sun, radial-wise, but it's not really enforced. If you try to anchor a building like really far fucking away, they will enforce it, as far as I know. Abyssal safes, tunnel bugging. All the traditional safe methods people have been using for the past like 5 years are totally allowed still, which maybe they shouldn't be. It's funny enough. I always misspeak and say it's geometry. It's like, and that's right. But geometry in my head is like the system shape based on the celestials, but it's actually like the distance from the outside celestial. The way they word it is weird. Was regarding structures? Yeah, structures. Yeah. I mean, I believe at one point they actually truncated all the bookmarks too. I think. So having 100 AU in JITs is nice these days. Lucky Crabs, what's up? Lucky Rabs, excuse me. It's going well. Thank you for coming by. If you shouldn't do much of this, they should make it impossible. Let me do a little bit of industry here. You can tell that I have been making some hybrid tech components here. And whenever you make hybrid tech components, that pretty much indicates you're about ready to make some products, right? 95 billion worth of fucking materials. It's time to make something. What do you think? I think the plan is to make all of these ships. So I think what I'd probably do is start with the lowest. Blueprints, maybe? Oh, we should probably copy this over now. So pretty much all except these I want to make, and that's why I built so much hybrid tech. So I'm going to be making a lot of fucking ships just now. No lie. So really the only question I have for myself is, do I want to micromanage it now or later? I guess now would be alright. So let's start at the top. Let's start making ships, shall we? Let's make 10 legions. Oh, fuck yeah, bud. What else do we want to make? 23 Lokis, is that right? 23 of these bad boys. That's insanity. Cleaning up some of these old blueprints I had sitting around. Let's switch over to the Fessers and Schweepels. Finally out of these blueprints. Feeling good, man. Have you guys ever done industry before? It's weird. I feel like it hits differently when you do it for profit, but for me it's just like, I'm just making stuff. Enjoying life. 2 more job slots. Let's make 12 Proteuses. Actually, let's just clean these up. 3 and 1. So 26 left. So now we take this. We just blew like 10 bill worth of supplies, and we're going over to the products tab. And let's see what we add in here. How many Lokis did I make? Looks like 9. I thought I made more. Yeah, I did. 23. Proteuses, I made just 4. Confessa. 4 of those. I think I left one by accident. Jackdaw is 24 plus 3 for 27. Beautiful. Beautiful. Something I want to do while I hang out with you guys today is to potentially do some market updates, but I'm more tempted to actually scoop some gas instead. No limit, says Rizio. Good intel. What are you doing, Rizio? Are you watching somebody do a move op and you're just talking to them in local? Andrian H, what's up? Luke, Lone Strider says you can give me the materials and I can make stuff. True. Zachary says, personally, dumb question, why Amamake? Personally, getting out of Jeddah and MR is easy from there. Well, you know, the choice of this location is definitely highly personal. And you'll learn all about it in a Nomad Tale 16. But just to not be annoying, I'll tell you, Amamake is... If you take Jeddah out of the game, Amamake is highly centralized. And even with Jeddah, it's still highly centralized. I mean, I won't do the math for you, but you look at Jeddah, sorry, if you look at Amamake and look at the trade hubs, look how close they all are. Most people don't realize that. Amamake, you'll probably pay more in taxes here, but it's an awesome location. Always people popping off in local, people fighting all the time. You blend in. Nobody's allowed to gate camp Amamake. They'll get smoked instantly. So you got the locals protecting you. Salsui says, looking to see if I'm being dumb about this. My main character has really eclectic skills. Would it be a good idea to extract out those skills and create a more focused character and redistribute the SP to my other characters? Or back to my main, but with more focus? Essentially, my issue is my main has a ton of SP that I rarely take advantage of, such as hauling as Indy, which I feel it would be better maybe to shift the SP into a dedicated hauling character, for example. I mean, if you're asking me, absolutely. I'm biased. I don't even know if I can answer this without just not even helping, because to me, I highly value specialized characters. Pretty much only have one do-it-all character. And even he's highly limited compared to most people's mains. All my other guys do exactly what they do and nothing more. So for me, constantly pruning my characters, giving them haircuts, extracting and injecting is normal. It's highly wasteful though. You're going to be wasting a lot of ISK doing that. But that might be a worth trade-off. You have the same first name as me? Your name is Alistair? Alistair? He made that name up. I think Alistair McCarnell. Ali is actually Alistair. That's crazy. I want to get into industry. I haven't touched it. Once I finish my current stuff, I want to dig in. Yeah? Ivan says, I have to say the audio is better on YouTube. Also, the music is absent. Yeah, so I can't play the music on YouTube because YouTube screams at me for copyright. Even though I'm allowed to play chill hop. You know, I just realized, like, wait a second. I'm not even putting commercials on YouTube. What if I just ran the music there? Are they going to gulag me instantly? I'll look into that. I don't want to get banned from YouTube. That would be tragic. Lone Strider says, I pretty much just do industry. But I don't do so well with profit. You'll still get a takedown? Yeah, but I unlist the videos. It's chill hop, you know, like you're allowed to stream it if you just give attribution. I'm going to open a window real quick. It's warm in here because my computer is a hot boy. Oh yeah. Scoop some Horde players gating in low sec. Pepe laugh. You know, I got nothing but love and patience for my Hordelings that are going through it right now. Seriously, to see Horde fall is actually a huge shame. I think Horde will persist as a small group, and they'll model themselves after in it, just like Goblin said. I think they'll do that, but it won't be Horde as a whole. It'll be a couple of groups carrying the torch. That's my guess. I don't know if it's unfolded yet. Gotcha, Rizio. Understood. Scaring them. Who lives in Amamake? Hydra Reloaded, tons of locals, that box, yeah. Fleet, I think. I mean, there's like AT players in Amamake every day hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a poppin' system. Smudge's nickname for Smith? Alistair Smith. Hey, that's crazy. My name's Ken. I don't know if the name, Chlorokin. Depends if YouTube has a license. Yeah, I'll probably just continue to not broadcast music to YouTube. You'll just have the awkward silence. I'm glad the audio is better on YouTube. It really should be better, but it's kind of hard to tell without the before and after. Mostly for YouTube, though. If you missed it at the start of the stream, I upgraded my audio stack a lot. Yeah, there's a character bazaar, Sal. Whenever you do this type of stuff, always look at the bazaar and understand how that works. You got to pay extra on top, so it's not the most efficient, but it can be. I fully support my local industrialists by making sure I'm bad at PvP. Malktet, relatable. Thank you for sharing that. Taco says, I have a do-it-all character from 2004 with 269 million SP. My main has like 60 mil SP. And he's like 09. I'd have to loiter there to get a census of groups, which is something I'm already inclined to do for reactions and moving stuff. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, if you want to click through these people, you can see who's here. It's going to be a lot of fleet guys, right? Angel Cartel, Fraternity, more Angels, Amar, Minmatar. I mean, yeah, it's like a nice spread of people. People come here and just box in the belts all day and talk shit. It's fun. Some people are pretty vile, but, you know, you tune them out. You know, something that triggers me about Eve? There's no, like, right-click report option. If you want to report somebody for, like, dropping the N-word, you have to, like, open a ticket for that. I hate that. I'm not trying to be, like, annoying here. I'm just trying to say, like, if somebody says something truly insane, how is there no right-click report for that? Noah, what's up, buddy? I decided to try nullsec again after really diving into the game for the first time over the last few months. Now I have 2 billion worth of assets and asset safety. You, my friend, no, he probably joined Horde, Ryan, at the wrong time. Noah, I feel bad for you, brother. As one person to another who's been in a dying alliance, I feel for you. Where are the Barbie jokes? My whole life. You go to a bar and, hey, I'm Ken. Oh, hey, Ken, I'm Barbie. You're so funny, lady. Peter, what's up, gangster? Also, the South Park jokes with Who Killed Kenny were pretty strong when I was younger. I think I said thanks again, but thanks for the Proteus deliveries. Anytime, friend. Anytime. You let me know. Vile sounds like the place for me. Brain says, for what? I've never got my people to get so offended over words. Yeah, just do yourself a favor, and I know where this is going. Just don't get banned. Just listen. Just enjoy. PHA is in a horrible collapse, worse than Bob, I think. Yeah, this is one of the worst. Usually alliances don't have their leadership kind of just, you know, kind of just decide to stop in the worst time. That usually doesn't happen. Do they pick you up though? Just remember you're Chloro Ken enough. Anywhere else I'd be a Chloro 10. I never saw that movie, but I should watch it. This is a Chill and Vibes channel? True, yeah. And I guess to speak to anybody actually curious, I'm sensitive to bigotry. I am. And if that bothers you, I'm sorry. Lots of streams to watch. When you said Ken, I immediately reminded me of Ken Block. Yeah, Ken. That's my name. Ken. I remember I mentioned that a couple times. People were like, oh my God, your name's Ken, but it's in your username. I'm like, yep. Crazy chance of that, right? Like, what are the odds? Like, all right. So I actually have an instrumental core reservoir ready to go, ripping and rearing. So why don't I log onto those characters and start scooping gas while I chit chat with you nerds? What do you think? Thoughts, prayers, Facebook likes, anything? Collat says, Squirrel says, Lowsec is interesting. It's always funny seeing people get nervous when you're just passing through. You're right. It is funny, but that's the right play, you know? You gotta mind your manners in dangerous regions. Connecting. You know, it's probably been the case that I've like left jet cans of gas to expire in space before and didn't even notice. I thought about that the other day. I'm like, have I ever left one behind? Probably. Love the Chloro vibes. Hell yeah. We're doing an MPSI tomorrow, by the way. I've been baited into it. Baited and outsmarted. None of those. Only one fleet invite went. Fascinating. Huh. I don't know what just happened there, but that's remarkable. Only one fleet invite actually went through, chat. Feels Photon, man. Feels Photon UI, man. All right, so we got everybody here. Everybody's rocked. Let me do a little zoom out ski here and set the inventory so I can watch the gas stack up, yeah? Thoughts? Let's go do a little instrumental core. Core. What did I do? I've done something very bad here for chat. I'm like, why can't I fleet warp? I just figured it out. You know why I can't fleet warp? I didn't pay the fleet warp tax. No, I bugged out and dragged my dudes in the fleet and forgot to make an FC. All right, let's go. Chat, I've multi-boxed once or twice. Lucky says, you excited for the Catalyst update? Oh yeah. It's an actual upgrade for my setup. I'm very happy. I'm a very happy boy. The Magoose is loose. So we got a fresh Icy here, which is obviously good news if you're into that. If you're into it, if you're not, well, you know, you just haven't learned the ways of the gas yet. I'll just do a little patronizing. By the way, I beat Baldur's Gate 3. Fantastic game. Highly recommend you play Baldur's Gate 3 if you haven't. It is an excellent video game. Now, I have not played D&D, so I don't really have that to compare it to. But make no mistake, that game blew my socks off. with its game design, ethics of development, price, everything in between. Insane. Which BG3 ending did you do? So I don't want to spoil anything for anybody that hasn't played it, but so me and my girlfriend were playing together, and it was a bit crazy. Like, we took so many companions into the camp that I kind of didn't pay attention to them all, so the ending was a little weird. Like, they were telling us things that I didn't even pay attention to. So a little bit of mistake there, but I overlooked it. So I would say I went with a good guy ending, and I may have embraced the squid, maybe. I played a warlock with very, you know, decent morals, but very interested in self-improvement. So we may have done a little Seramorphosis. And let me tell you, that last battle was very easy because of it. Anyway, we were nice and set up on this cloud now, folks, which means we can relax for 38 minutes while our ore mining holds fill up. The one with the squid? Hell yeah. Yeah, great old one. Yeah, I went with a Hexblade. The Hexblade, I just loved the design of that. I really don't know much about the builds or classes yet. I feel like I've played a lot, but I'm going to go back into it. I'm playing a Tactician mode right now, but I'm thinking about skipping the Tactician and just... Because I'm already, like, into Act 2 on it, and it's like... I don't know how to say this, but playing solo, the combat's very easy. Playing with my awesome girlfriend, it's very hard. Shout out to her for being awesome. But so I'm almost thinking about going on the honor mode and seeing how far I can make it. You know, just hardcore mode or whatever. How the hell are y'all today? Good to see you. Thank you for coming by. Shout out to anybody hanging out still from Brother Grimoire's massive raid. He has a huge following, huh? He's a good streamer. I've noticed that about him. Now, I'm going to be real, like, I don't watch too many Twitch streams. I have seen Brother Grim though, stream. Of the Twitch streamers, I have seen him stream multiple times. I even subbed to him at one point. Honor mode is hard, yeah. I heard the bosses get extra abilities and shit. But I'm very good at the combat. I don't think the combat's too hard. Dual wielding salami bard is where it's at. I just love the way that that's a thing. Appreciate you, Alistair. Taco says, I went to Vino on my alt to die in PvP and I got a gate camp that couldn't catch me in a Navy Thrasher. That was not a good fight. I went to die and lived instead. Mission failed successfully. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I'm hugely excited for Catalyst. I mean, it's a direct upgrade to my actual playstyle with no compromises. I just get a big boost with the Outrider. So, extremely happy. Now, the Odysseus. Awesome ship. Abjuration Wizard or Warlock, though? Our party was, I was Hexblade Warlock, and I brought along a hireling Gloomstalker. I just love the Gloomstalker. I think it's probably overpowered, but I can basically with the stealth mechanics, you can like surprise any encounter and get a free turn and just kill them all. Have you play max difficulty? I played easy mode with my partner, and it was still hard for us. But I'm on Tactician, and I'm sailing through it with no challenge. So I'm assuming that I should try Honor and then just get my ass kicked and then go back down to Tactician. Yeah, I went full squid face, and honestly, like, shit was nice. I think it's amazing. Dark Urge to run is very fun too. Yeah, definitely gonna do that. I think I'll play it a few more times to get to know the classes. I think a Paladin run would be interesting, paying more attention to what you're doing. But what I really want to do is I want to play Honor mode, and I want to like really take my time now that I'm familiar with the storyline. Like, just use a rogue and just like rob everything, and you know. Alna Satine says, apparently haven't followed yet. The shame. Thank you for the follow. Dishonor myself and my family. You can watch without following. It's okay. I won't tell anybody. I won't snitch. I'm dealing with a pimple on my face today. I got dry skin. You didn't follow. We're all fucking up. I feel like this would be fun to play with friends when you're all doing meme stuff. I'm obviously very interested in the tactics of it. I thought the Outrider wasn't an upgrade, or did I imagine the Outrider is a huge upgrade? Pioneer is not an upgrade. That's probably what you remember. Yas says, may I ask what boost you're getting? So I'm getting mining laser optimization, afterburner, micro warp drive amount, and inertia. So it's 2 skirmish, interdiction maneuvers, and what are they called? Evasive maneuvers, rapid deployment, and mining laser optimization. Let me know if you want me to list that. Gloomstalker in the TTP-RG is an alpha striker. Any combat lasts more than 3 per turn. Sees them start. Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah. But on easy mode, I noticed that, like, the combat was over, like, uber fast anyway. So this just seemed busted the easier the mode went. I also use it as a rogue and to steal stuff as well. And Efren told me that the Winter Ice event is very valuable. Thoughts? I think so. I want to say so. Try to do a paladin once. They take their oaths very seriously. Yeah, I thought that would be interesting. Hot jalapeno and taco. Wow, holy shit, I'm getting hungry here. Hot jalapeno and taco follow the stream. Lancer gifted 5 subs. What the fuck? Thank you. Lancer, way too kind. Totally not necessary, but I'm appreciative of it. Shout out to our lucky recipients. Someone says, whoa, high roller, true. Got big dog in the house. I feel like I need to go on to cup 3 of coffee, but I should wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait like an hour. I feel like there's pretty solid difficulty spike when you get to the end of Act 2. Okay. I think I'll maybe do a tactician run before I do honor. If I can beat it on tactician with no issue, I should be able to slowly work my way through honor. 2-minute delay on stream shouldn't be. I just, I was reading slowly and I didn't respond to the thing until later. Thank you very much, Lancer. Every Spore Druid I've met was a really fun guy. Are you guys homies? Why did nobody love a Spore Druid? I'm going to play as a Spore Druid max playthrough, which will be honor mode. Interesting. I think Spore Druid could be cool. Oh, fun guy. I hate myself. All right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. All right, stream's over, guys. Goodbye. I'm out. Take care. Woo! I gotta be careful and not do that too much. I did that the other day too. I gotta do it like once a week tops. I play Tactician until Act 3. Okay. Got you, Ryan. So if I do honor now, I'm gonna be disappointed. I'm also going to re-roll it. Right now, my Tactician save is Barbarian, Gloomstalker, Warlock, and Wizard. And it's like, I don't know. I don't want to do this. I'm going to spook you again if you do that. You can't. You don't know where I am. I'm hidden. Rizio has no clue where I am. She's bluffing. I mean, I could DM you if you want. You're in J229363? Nah, I ain't like that. Don't be flashing my J code. Rizio is always watching. Luke is my bad, bro. But you needed to look. True. You've ruled one out. 2,603 to go. Satine said, yesterday I was in a stream chat talking about computer specs. I said he can always dip his RAM in pancake batter to bash in some gates because he'll have some battering RAM. You're off the swim team. You're done. You're cut. Just kidding. My jokes are even worse. No J-code flashing before the first few dinners. What's up, Delve? I'll show you mine if you show me yours. That's crazy. So a little Saber attack here. Not bad. Not bad. Look how far off the Saber is. No D-scan, by the way. D-scan not even required. Why? Because now he's 200 kilometers away from me. So we're going to come back to this cloud later. And after we've bored them out a little bit. Greetings from 151311. A lot of people ask me why you don't have the descan when you scoop gas. Very obviously, you can't actually really get caught. It's almost impossible. By the time they land, they're 100 fucking kilometers away from you.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
An interesting attack. Saber is definitely not the choice for that. We're gonna wait them out and go back out and take every lick of gas there. Woke me up though. Everybody's cloaked at various safe spots all over the system at this point. So what I'll do now is I'll go back in and watch them leave the system slowly. I'll show you what that looks like. Woke me the fuck up, gangster.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
It's the reason I pretty much only do this as an activity that could die on stream, because it's almost impossible to die. How profitable is gas huffing? I'm considering doing something new. It's not, well, profitable. Any labor is profitable in most systems. You're asking how does it compare to other tasks? Pretty poorly. Look, I found him. Look, look. What's up, bud? What's remarkable about this is, it's very, look, he just saw me show that I'm here. I wonder if he's gonna leave or not. By the way, this is Chlorokin, the character. He just saw Chlorokin decloak. His scanner's still here, you can see it. Anyway, we'll go OPSEC for a little bit. I'll tell you if anything cool happens. Basically what I'm doing right now is showing you what it looks like when you get attacked and how futile attacking prospects are when they know what they're doing. Elskin says, good day. What's the plan for the top knot? Is it transition to something else? No, I'm just too lazy to cut my hair. So I just tie it up. I'll probably get bored and cut it all off at some point. I gotta admit that Saber sucks. Lucky says that's a cool setup with the boost. Yeah, you don't even need it, actually. You know what I mean? It's almost impossible to catch them. It takes a while to set up. They need to not be descanning. All these crazy things, right? You only get one of two choices. Either you try to slip on grid in a core site and set up with a scanner and then intercept their trajectory, or you just try to rip a combat scan and end up 200 kilometers away when you land like that. Ozio says transitions are not fast, and they're super fast. Years of slumber. I feel like I've woken up after slumber in my life before, but not identity-wise, Rizio. I would not even get you with 5-degree, 1 cycle combat prepping. Zachary says, wait, a combat scan lands you 200k, what, how? Well, right, so if you scan something that's moving, by the time you land after a warp, they are long fucking gone. So the 5 static just rolled off just now. What's up, Yomrion? 3 says, if I remember this right, in one of your early scan videos, you briefly touched on how you distribute different role specialization across your accounts. Yeah. I want to say in episode 15, I talk about the roles and stuff, but I don't actually do like a chart and a breakdown. Yeah, they'll certainly be, if not a direct breakdown, another evaluation for this one since I added an account. Whiteboard and PowerPoint presentation. I mean, have you ever seen my videos before? Like unironically. Yeah, Skinto. I got no plans for the hair, brother. I'm just balding and I just, you know what I mean? I'm just living one day at a time. The thing about my hair, I was telling people this, but I like my hair. It's really soft and it feels nice. It's just I'm losing it. So, but no, if it gets a bit longer, obviously I can tie it up in a way that's less goofy. Also, it looks pretty nice when I just slick it over the side with a little gel. It looks kind of nice. I just don't like it with the headphones, so I only have a few hairstyles that work with this. Getting a little more serious now about playing and have 3 Omega accounts, trying to figure out how to efficiently distribute roles to make sure I cover everything needed for wormhole shenanigans plus some industry. Yeah, I mean, you're running into the situation I ran into, which is you're almost benefited by having more characters with finer specializations than having a few mains. Your whiteboard work has everyone's favorite substitute teacher energy. I love it. That's awesome. That's the highest of compliments. You had me order a caramel macchiato last time. What should I go get right now? Vanilla blonde latte. Somebody told me to get that one time. It was tasted milky though. Why don't you go, I mean, if you don't like that, get yourself just a nice, I don't know anything about coffee. I'm trying to act like I know about coffee, but I don't know anything. Get yourself a Venti Grande. Heffil says, you're the Nomad's Tale guy. I just realized, great series. Hey, how are you? Yeah, it's not super obvious. So don't feel bad. You're not the first one to not put that together. Let me switch over the OPSEC here real quick so you guys can see what's on my screen. Just watching wormholes, basically. If you have a bunch of prospects, why not use them to watch wormholes, right? And this way we can precisely find out when this when this person gets bored. What's fascinating is 2 wormholes I'm monitoring right now. The 5 and the 6 static just rolled over. So hopefully this person didn't come through them and they're in big trouble. And we can actually see that right now here. Let me just show you. So if we go to a map, right, and we go map lazy, these are the new statics and these are the old ones. I just wanted to show you how clean it looks when you have your double statics roll over. A large coffee. Exactly. Dustin, I don't know, man. We always get caramel macchiatos when we go out to Starbucks. It's just like a treat. So I don't know anything about it. I'll get some more coffees though lined up. I'll ask you. Trip to Turkey is pending for the hair? Nah, I won't do any like hair medications or implants or anything. I'm just letting it happen. I'll be that one guy who's okay with it. Your video on Catalyst is on the community beat for yesterday. Yeah, I saw that. You guys see that? How cool is that? We're on the beat again. It says, a nomadic odyssey. The Catalyst expansion is just around the corner, coming out on 18th November. With it comes the Odysseus, a new addition to the Sisters of Eve line with a ton to offer for those who love exploration. Eve partner Chlorokin. They even put my lowercase c. Most people capitalize that. Who is famous for his hit series A Nomad Tale, breaks down what we know about the Odysseus so far and how it might excel for those who want to go at it alone. I mean, I'm just amazed that they did this. Because my video was like, hey, you're going to want this, but I won't. Just taking E can also help there. So Rizio, I recognize you're trans and E to you means estrogen, right? Is that my guess? Okay. To me, E means something completely different. It means ecstasy, which is a drug. So I had to read that 2 or 3 times. Just taking E. Yeah, I party, you know. The best update to ever come to Eve? Fuck yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty hyped too, Dustin. I'm gonna use the Outrider, but I'll buy an Odysseus too for the stream and goof around with it, I'm sure. Elskunda says you have an abundance of hair. True, but I'm male pattern baldness, right? It's going down. It's a matter of time. Sad thing about making a trip to Turkey for hair implants is easy to do for you, while I'm living here bald, cannot make the money for it. I'm not gonna go get hair implants, guys. I'm insecure, but I'm also woefully stubborn. I think you're a lot better at making videos than you give yourself credit for. Maybe. Probably not in my head, but maybe. I think a big factor is like I don't want to spam videos and I don't want to just make videos for making videos. It has to be super interesting to me. And I guess that does actually translate over. But now it just sounds like I'm filleting myself. Been putting those protein shakes in my coffee. Oi! I'm a strong lad. Oh, Silly says I'm from Turkey. Oh, are you actually? So you can't afford the local treatments, but the hair tourists. I got you. That's fucking awesome, dude. I'm only laughing because it's silly, not because you deserve it. You know, what is it? 1 in 3? 1 in 3 men lose their hair. You just gotta be ready for that as a man growing up. I wasn't ready for it. Planning on building a couple of Odysseus to film myself doing dumb things in? Fuck yeah, you are. I saw you got some shine too for the Catalyst patch. I don't know how they... Honestly, mate, they picked my video because they haven't put me on the beat in a while. I bet that's what it is. Plus, that art is fucking sick. My girlfriend did this. I sent her a picture of the Odysseus. So I was like, hey, can you freehand draw that? And she drew it. And then I put lasers on it. Awesome. That's why I got chosen, guaranteed. Anyway, thank you, CCP. I should probably say thank you to them. Your focus on videos is actually helpful. Your sleeper site breakdown helped a lot more people than the other stuff I've seen. That's good. Yeah, I'm kind of at a reckoning now with the whole, what's it called? You see how he still has probes out? I think it's possible he might be watching. He saw the word chlorokin. He could be here. She could be here. Hey, if you're here scanning me down, say something in chat. It's gonna be like 50 people saying it's me. Sal says, I appreciate that you don't just pump out videos. Yeah. This is certainly important, I think, like hype and keeping it going, but like I just don't want to do it if I'm not loving it. We all feel that about things we do, our hobbies, our work. It's just usually hobbies, and especially work or anything that generates any type of money. It's like you don't really get that choice of do I like it or not. It's a unique opportunity for me to actually like it. Average minimum in my monthly minimum wage. Hey, silly, let me tell you something, friend. I love and respect you with or without hair, and I want you to not worry about it. I want you to not worry about it. I know that's not easy, but that's what I want for you. You don't need a hair transplant. What you need are good people around you worth caring about. Good food, right? Some Turkish coffee, right? With the grit in it. Ooh, delicious. All right, how many cups of coffee am I actually allowed to have? That's the question. Noah says you're incredible. Well, thank you. That's. I obviously can't agree with that. Your Nomad's Tale and Lore inspired me to get back into Eve. I've been playing every day for months now and loving it. I love that. Huge. This is exactly what I'm trying to explain to people. It's possible to like actually like the kind of mainstream content that Loru puts out and the niche esoteric stuff at the same time. But you don't have to like me or Loru. Don't worry. I'm just saying. They're not mutually exclusive genres. Silly says, I'm 26. My hair started balding at 21, 20. I had long hair and said, fuck it, we go bald and accepted my fit. Yeah. I mean, if it goes any further, I'll have to consider it. But for now, I like it too much still. I like touching my hair. So this person's pretty persistent. So I may actually log off and go back to industry instead. I'm in my mid 30s. It took me into my 30s to start this shit to start going back. Color is going a lovely, very light blonde, fascinating. I was actually born with blonde hair, right? It turned brown, and my beard has red, blonde, and brown in it. Jerry says, or you could bait them. Oh, he pulled. Let's see if we leave him through these holes. You're right, Jerry. I'm not going to do ambush hunting on stream. Ah, we found him. It's violence is the answer, guys. You know, I think they actually have guys in this wormhole. I've seen them before in here. So it's probable that they came on to do some ratting and saw me doing gas. Either way, I'm going to go back at it in 10 minutes. Thank you, Noah, by the way, for the kind words. As a bearded man, I low-key look forward to the day I shave it all and go beard bald. Yeah, this has started to grow for me a lot more as I'm balding. This used to be a lot less thick. So I'm getting that transition, that Mr. Potato Head shit. Rizio says loves her blonde hair and rips out her beard hair. Hell yeah. That's the real woman experience, is when you start plucking out random hairs that show up that you don't want. 1 second. I'll be right back, chat. Hi, I'm back. Rizio, you are in the clear to transpost here. You are good to go. Just understand, I don't know shit about it. I'd have had a bunch of Eve friends go that route, so I'm here for you. You are welcome to share your experiences. Mythrander says, I just turned 34, hoping I got mom's side hair. Dad's got a huge bald spot, but maternal grandfather has a full head of hair in his 60s. Alice says, I'm totally bald, so you at least you can grow. I've been shaving my head since my 30s, yeah. There's levels to it all, right? I'm making another cup of coffee because I'm a fucking mad lad. Since I've had my accounts up and going, so Don says, hey bro, I want to say thank you. I found myself quite bored one day and stumbled upon a Nomad Tale via Laura's coverage of it. It's so awesome. Don over on YouTube, you are so welcome. I'm happy to be a part of your inspiration. And of course, shout out to Loru for spreading my small little story to more people. Loru is a friend of the show. He's been rooting for me since I started doing content. And vice versa. What is that, man unicorn instead of a man bun? You like that? Yeah, I tried to make it round, but I just don't care. Whatever. I'm gonna have another cup of coffee and then we'll probably go back at it and see if he comes at me again. Probably made a bunch of safes at the site now, but I have a technique I can do to make that not work. I got love for all my chatters. I got love for my ball chatters. I got love for my trans chatters. I got love for my Fado chatters. I got love for my lurkers, my VOD watchers. Whoever the fuck you are, I got love for you. No Scotty today. I wonder what percentage of your audience came through Loro? So this is a new phenomenon, the Cravey. Loro started covering Ant, I don't know how many, a couple months ago, right? And since then, yeah, a ton of people have come through here. There's no question. Now, I'd say overall numbers are about the same, but like the number of new people is outrageous. Scotty says, I'm here. I'm just half asleep. I summoned him from the lurking. Imagine getting name dropped like that. Scotty's like, what the fuck did I do, yo? Turdinator says, love you from Egypt. Hi, buddy. Love you too. Also, nice username, Turdinator. It was totally his Ant coverage. Yeah, no doubt. The number of people that have come up and said that they have met me through Loro has been overwhelming. I'd like to imagine that not like, you know, a small percentage of those people are like regular viewers now, but it's probably not even small anymore. I've noticed a bump in popularity on YouTube hugely from him covering that. And keep in mind, he never asked for permission. I never told him it's okay. People just literally are out there living their life, and sometimes you're involved. He's just like, hey, man, I'm going to react. I'm like, dude, fuck yeah, please do that. And then I get to meet a bunch of people, and he gets content. It's like, you know? Gets turned to turd most of the time. Have fun. Appreciate you coming out of lurking just to say hey. Much love. Life is good. I'm going to have to clean out the French press because I got 2 rounds of grounds in there. 2 rounds of... If you would please be so kind as to be patient for me. We'll get back on that cloud here and see if violence attacks me again. Evil Fungus says the Nomad Tale is excellent content. The Nomad Tale. You're also supposed to say the when the next word starts with a vowel. Otherwise, it's the. So you'd say the dog or the elephant. How about that? How about that? Gomorrah says, I build small towers for nomads. That's huge. Wait, that's small. I love that. All right. Last one, swear to God. Last one, swear to God. I have an Egyptian chatter. That's crazy. I love that. I appreciate the fact that when he paused, Laura would explain some of the concepts. The truth is that most people will see the length of a Nomad Tale and not even click it. So the idea that it actually has so many views is insane. I'll give you some towers to give away if you want to do a giveaway. I'm watching for work. No, please. Thank you. That's too kind. Don't give streamers stuff, guys. We can't all be as crazy as Alistair. Loves long videos at times. Yeah. Just in case anybody hasn't seen it, I just want to give you some context. If you look at the series, A Nomad Tale, it starts off an hour and 24 minutes, and then it just progressively gets longer and longer and longer, and over more than doubles in length. It's Ali? Okay, I'll call you Ali. All right, all right. I mean, Alistair is pretty badass for what it's worth. But it just gets progressively longer and more colorful, and then it goes staticky here, and who knows what the next logo will look like. $106,000 views on episode 1. That it was at like 90K, and then Laura started reacting, and then it just shot up. Crazy. The length is why I clicked. I'm a sucker for long form. True. You need that background content, baby. It's got to go all day long. I know what it is. I was born before the year 2000, so I still have an attention span, so I like the long form. I can't talk shit. I mean, you know, sometimes I got a little distracted myself. My episode 10 right now, best series on Eve's hands down. Best series on Eve, hands down. That's awesome. You know, if you guys do like series, I highly recommend you check out Tarnush's Corvette to Cinnaball series. There's a lot of overlap between people that like Ant and like that. I have not seen it, but I heard it's really good. You guys can share your opinions as well. In the meantime, I bet we can get even higher. Uh-oh. I think I was acting a little too fast and loose with that grind. Oh, I see. When I shake it, the top gets a little unseated, so I have to make sure when I shake it, the top stays on. That's fucking funny. ASMR stream confirmed. What's up, Maximo? How you guys doing? I accidentally made a mistake and popped the top off of my old grinder. Feels bad, man. Thank you for the bits. People know what they want in their content. I was gonna say that, Satine, a boobalicious problem, right? I felt a little embarrassed there, to be honest. Didn't intend to struggle with such a simple concept. Alright, let me see if I can get back on that gas cloud. See if Dude Man lets me. I mean, I don't know if he will. Maybe he will. I don't know what's going on. Let me regroup my nerdlets. Do a little reloading. Man, my picture is big today. Any series lined up like Ants? Nah. Nah, I'm a one-trick wonder, bro. I'm a one-trick pony. All I have is Ants. Trademarking that right now. No one else is allowed. Alright, let's see what happens. See if Dude Man is on the ball. Definitely a dangerous situation whenever you have someone actively hunting you when you're doing gas, but rest assured, it is severely stacked in my favor. Severely stacked. To the point where it's like, you really, honestly, like, there's an argument to be made to not even bother hunting prospects if they have a Boucher with them. But that's your own argument to make. You can always make a mistake. All right, we'll reseat these real quick, and we'll do a bit of descanning, see if he repositions. Whenever somebody hunts you on a large cloud, like a core, you have to understand that they're probably on grid watching, even though he left with his scanner. We kind of assume that he's still here, just out of principle. So what that means is that you now have to be ready for a different type of attack, an uncloaked attack outside of the cloud. A few ways to deal with that. For example, you could drop something in the middle and do a tighter orbit if you want. But I'm just going to do it kind of in a slightly more disrespectful way, which is to kind of just ignore him. And I'll do a bit more descanning and watching. And I'm pretty sure fella is gone. If he's watching the stream because he saw the Chlorokin character, he's probably still here because that would be an interesting kill. But hopefully he lets us just hang out. That'd be kind of nice. Same guy twitches better. Hell yeah. All right, let's press. So it was a shockingly small amount of liquid in this French press. I never put enough. If he's watching stream, he better stand down. No man should have to lose a prospect and a grinder in the same day. I've never lost a prospect to a player. It's like the things that would have to happen for that to happen would be pretty extreme. But it could happen. Certainly. Could disconnect. Could not pay attention. Could get a super hunter. Could get the perfect trap. Whatever it is, could happen. It's just so hard. Not even worth it. Waiting on this clown to go away. Well, be nice. Be nice. Technically, I'm the clown. I'm out here stealing resources, not fighting. How dare I? 12 3-hour episodes of ship spinning in Jeddah. Just happy little grinding accidents. What if you get jumped by multiple people? Yeah, so this is basically what happens is once you confirm somebody's been on the site, once they've warped here and decloaked in a scanner or a saber in this case, we can just assume he's got a bookmark on grid and he can show up here cloaked and actually set up an attack on me. That's the whole point. Lancer's commenting on this. The idea is he could be right here in front of us. And this is how I catch people generally, if I can help it. I get on grid and then I grab them. Because you can get in front of them and they'll fly right into you. Now the problem is you still need a very specific set of tools to pull that off. And most people don't have it. Ready, sitting by, right? What do I mean by a specific set of tools? Well, you have ships going 4K, which is on the slower side for prospects, right? You also have warp core stabs, you have EC drones, you have a MJFD, you have rats in the center. There's a lot of factors that most people don't want to navigate around because, spoiler alert, you can make a lot of mistakes with these rats if you're a silly boy. These ones are easier to play around though. That happened to me once in Lost Adventure. And joining a Wormhole Corp after Christmas once I've gotten a few months of nullsec experience, says Noah, but Horde dying has greatly progressed that timeline. Yeah, you're ready for wormholes. You can jump into wormholes in day one. Don't worry. It's not a hierarchy like we think it is. Wormhole is just different things you're doing every day. You're still playing Eve. So these rats have a really short range. They do have scramblers and newts and stuff. So if you get up close, they'll kill you. But they're not going to actually save us from players. like the Vital Core ones will. Now you can orbit closer if you want to have them save you, but for me, I'm just gonna see if there's somebody bothering us or not. I've been doing wormholes since the beginning, but never been to Nullsec. Hey, what's up, Jerky? How you doing? Daydreaming. Daydreaming. I guess it's worth mentioning that I am still looking for people with characters they want to join the ChloroKitties Corp to Blops with. We pretty much have the core down. We have the hunting down. We're just going to need a couple more people. So if you never heard of it and that interests you, get a hold of me on Discord. Basically need people with strategic cruisers or bombers that want to join a corporation. That's largely pull your own weight, but we'll talk about it. So we have 1 week left until the patch. That's insane. Lancer says you recommend bringing a cloaked porpoise for gas storage and compression. Yeah, porpoise is the best by far. If your goal is just gas. If you're planning on refitting PvP characters, Orca could potentially be better, but Orca is really dangerous to fly around. Jerky says struggling around, more of a hustle for now. I definitely need a lot less reality in real world. Hell yeah. I got you. I got you. So this cloud has 120,000 M3 in it, by the way. What that means for us is that since we do 50,000 M3 and it takes us 38 minutes to do that, you can kind of do the math there and add it together. 76 plus, I don't know, just say another 15. So about 90 minutes, hour and a half to clear this cloud. This cloud is worth somewhere in the range of almost $1 billion-esque. And while that may seem impressive to new players, it's not, because I'm running 5 accounts to do this. Not very good. South Suez has bombers, you say? Yeah, I would love some bombers to come out. The only problem is, like, it's definitely a commit. I'm basically creating a Blopsing corporation that I'd like to maybe pick up speed with after Ant 16. And the reason for it is it's fun to Blops and it makes you feel powerful and it's nice. Good change of pace from my usual casual gameplay. Although, I guess Blopsing is pretty casual, to put it in one way. Look at this picture. The bubble bath of Artak A. Early in the week, Pandemic Horde announced that they'd be leaving the PanFam coalition, throwing the entire cluster into chaos. The news came as a shock to everyone, triggering a seismic shift in Nullsec potential political climate, Within an hour of the news breaking, the Imperium, longtime enemies of PanFam, rushed deep into PanFam territory to camp their staging system. There are tons of moving parts to this, but if you want to get caught up and watch the ensuing explosions, Warlock Industries has been covering the events daily. If you're looking for a more in-depth look with some political commentary and speculation, then look no further than Galaxier's recap of the situation. So I definitely need an Odysseus on launch. Is anybody making extras to sell? I might buy one. At your inflated prices. But yeah, I like the Porpoise a lot. That's what I use, like, for stuff on stream. Porpoise is great because it's, like, so fast and so small and so cheap. I don't even know what BLOP means. BLOP means Black Ops. Blopsing means using sinos to drop on people, teleport to people and kill them. Someday when I get better, I'll try to join. I mean, yeah, door's open, mate. Wish the porpoise could do ice compression. I mean, there's an argument to make the porpoise not even do gas compression. The fact that the porpoise compresses exactly the same as a Rorqual is bizarre. I feel like they should have different efficiencies. Porpoise should be 10% burn, Rorqual should be 5, Orca 7.5. I can possibly make you one. I mean, I wouldn't want to, like, you know, right? And I don't need it on day one either, so maybe after you're done with it, after you're done making them, you could sell me one. Porp can't compress Moongo, there you go. Ice and Moongo it can't. How many cups of coffee? I think this might be 3 or 4. I don't even know. Tank for beer. Yeah, this is something that I don't even think about, so it doesn't factor into my logic, but it's worth mentioning, I agree, because that does put it more on par. I think our Violence is the Answer friend has decided to leave us alone. He hasn't come back, so... Shout out to him. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pay top dollar for them. I'm not doing specking. I'm just gonna want one of the ships just to, you know, show chat and whatnot. So I wouldn't earmark one from your stash. That would be cruel and unusual. Is Piglet's big game really as scary as they say? 9 minutes. Battlefield 6 campaign. All right, I'm down. I'm down, Donkey. You got me on that one.
Battlefield 6, baby! Here we go! Woo! Game servers full. That's what I'm talking about. Can't wait to wait in the 315,000 person queue to play the single
Someone says, I wonder how long it takes an
play
Odysseus to be lost. First hour. First hour, I bet.
I can taste the battles. Oh, they taste like fettuccine sauce. Oh, 273. Here we go. That's what this game should have cost.
The whole video is going to be him in queue, isn't it?
Only 244,000 people left to get past. This is one of the most exciting queues I've ever waited in.
The intense ass music while you're waiting in a queue of hundreds of thousands of players.
206. Does Battle Pass let you skip the line? Is it like a Fast Pass at Disneyland?
Someone said the time-consuming part about NPSI Blops is staging clones and mobs. Yeah, I just don't want to do NPSI Blops. I want to make like an actual group for it so we can get to know each other, you know what I mean? Definitely no NPSI, but they do exist.
I just went under 100. I'm like the John Wick of waiting in this queue. Oh, what's this evil music? Sir, we just got word that Evil Wick is inbound.
Bro, the idea that there's like dramatic music cycling through a playlist during the queue is actually insanely awesome.
He's trying to take your place in line. I just hacked the mainframe. I'm at 67. Evil Wick.
Dude, you could hear him get tired in the vocals because of how long this
takes.
Wait
a minute, sir. Evil Wick has swapped to PS5 Pro. 19,200. When it says game servers full, that means the servers are full of 12,000 exciting moments. This is the moment we've been waiting for. 3,600, come on, here we go. I'm connecting to the online services. I'm past the queue. Here we go. Oh my god, it's so fun. It's so fun. We're ready for you, soldier. Time is now. Are you ready? I'm ready. I'm ready to play the single player campaign. No. Oscar might come in. John Wick has deinstalled the campaign. I need to install 12 gigabytes more of game to play. All right. That's how you want to do this with? I'm now installed. For real this time. Then I gotta wait in the queue again. Secure the cyber warfare servers. Those are the servers that allow you to connect to Battlefield 6 after only a short wait of 100 hours.
Yeah, you needed to wait in a queue of 300,000 people to play the campaign.
Where does this end?
When does this begin?
Have you guys played this game? This is insane.
He's my dinosaur. Press square to pick up dinosaur. This is like Turok.
Anyone forget their dinosaur?
I hope he brings the dinosaur with him.
Lasing.
Wait, why does this say painting? I'm supposed to be lasing.
Confirm no friendlies in target area.
Confirmed. Fire mission when ready. Over.
Launching now.
Wait, actually there are friendlies in the area. Now what's cool about this game is you can shoot your own guys. And they don't even care at all. See how awesome they are? Engaging enemy. Entering melee range. Tango eliminated. I'm going in for a battle. Boom.
He just keeps stabbing them in the neck.
Get over here. Secure any dinosaurs on the premises. Keep your eyes peeled for dinosaurs. We can't let any of them fall into the enemy's
I wish I could have as much fun playing video games as Donkey does, for real.
hands.
Hostile using cover.
They're using cover now? They're getting better at this. Breaching clear. I have to check the coffee mug breaks. Okay, breaks. How about the book? That's it. Okay. The aiming sucks on the controller. There. Okay, book breaks.
I thought we were going for
What's up, Soapy? How are you? I'm just taking a quick break and watching my boy Donkey.
back.
No, I'm doing this.
Frag out.
Watch out, Armstrong.
He waited for 5 hours in a 300,000 man queue just to play the single player campaign so he could pick up a dinosaur and stab coffee mugs. This is AAA gaming.
Alright, let's go.
Secure yourselves, Tempest.
Watch out for the grenade, guys. Boom. Armstrong.
I mean, it
Boom.
looks
Mike,
really
Mike.
good, the graphics. I can't
Three of the
lie.
greatest soldiers ever alive.
It's super impressive.
Goodbye. Where you guys going? Come back. Mike, Hank, Blake. Their tactics in the field were considered revolutionary.
1 o'clock.
Oh, that's a bad guy. He tried to get me.
Need a medic.
I need a medic. I changed my mind.
I'm down.
I'm down. I need a medic. Yeah, I'll be alright. Can I get a medic? Never mind. Can I get a medic?
Martinez.
Can we get a medic on Martinez?
Don't hang around.
Frag grenades on the ground.
Copy. Down.
Down.
Down. Oh! Grenade! These are not powerful.
He's so
grenades
bad
in
at
this.
shooters.
Enemy is using cover.
Is this a Star Wars game?
Give me the sniper.
What the what was that? My man's is using the Force.
Give me the sniper here. Woo! It's a good pizza graphics on this game.
They are good pizza
Did really good
graphics.
pizza. Chips could use a little work. Let's get those out here. Nice pop on those. Chip
Dude, the stab animation is actually unhinged. I've never seen a stab animation like that before.
So how about this fruit?
Holy
Fruit was holding this whole building up. Stand back. I'm gonna hit the pilot. Was that him? Did I get him? That's I got the pilot. There we go.
Solid hit. Heal
Get
him
that
down.
thing out of there. Wait, where'd the helicopter go? RPG is useless in this, you morons. Didn't you play
Out
the
of
beta?
power?
Gecko! Car's gonna blow, Gecko! Get out! Get clear! Oh, you're good. Oh, you're all right. Yeah, I guess I forgot you could do that. I'm going behind.
I've seen a bunch of people play in this game too. I don't understand. Let's talk. I don't understand Battlefield and COD games. I've played them. I've bought them. I don't understand them. What is the purpose of buying a new Battlefield? Like, what is the point? You're literally buying a game that is in like a year going to have no players in it. Then you have to buy another one. At least FIFA makes sense, like new players. They should just update them every year instead of doing it. You buy the new Battlefield because this is what the cool. What's up, Lucy? I'm asking for someone to argue it because we think one way. I saw Twitch ad said, I mean, is it fun? I just feel like I've played one Battlefield. I've played every single Battlefield. For me personally, I don't understand how Arc Raiders has seemingly brainwashed people into thinking it's good. People are inherently looking for a way out from Tarkov. There's always that factor. I don't play extraction shooters. I don't really know. Why do people buy a new iPhone every 6 months? Every 6 months is excessive. But anyway, I know what you mean. What's up, Conan Man? Annual sports game. Yeah, but I'm saying at least FIFA, like, they ostensibly charge you for the new rosters, even though it should just be free downloadable stuff. At least there's something that makes sense. New Battlefield, like, do you get new guns? Oh, they just have a new gimmick each time. One has wall running. All right. I don't understand Battlefield. I don't understand COD. You are basically buying the same product over and over again, and you're forced to do it because the one you bought, nobody plays it anymore in a year. I don't get it. I think it's just purely exploitative. Even though there's a good game in there somewhere, it's not... It doesn't make sense to me. Does Garfield Kart 2 live up to the insane hype? I haven't watched Donkey in a while. The best Ratatouille player in YouTube history. That's obviously going to have to be watched later. I'll have to pre-watch that one. Sounds like you understand it perfectly. Well, I'm wondering what the people that buy them, what they think about the cycle and why they think it's worth it. Because obviously I don't think for them. I still play Battlefield 1 10 years later. Yeah, okay. But it's campaign, right? Nobody plays online? Maybe I don't understand. Someone says that's because Arc Raiders is good. Assassin's Creed. Well, I don't mind old game. I love old games, but games that are predominantly online being released and then abandoned year after year is weird. Rizio says, I love that I got Assassin's Creed Unity for free when Notre Dame went up in flames. What? Dorkison. I'm sorry to be the asshole here, but Battlefield is the iPhone of the gaming industry. Battlefield culture seems to be approximately opposite of you. Yeah, there's not a lot of people standing up for it. I'm giving you guys an opportunity to stand up for it. If you want to talk to me about it, but nobody wants to. Second best PC kart racing game behind Sonic All-Star Racing Transformed. I mean, have you ever played Super Tux Kart? Nort says, how do you set up a spin with multiple characters? You have one spin, the other follow. So here we have a Magoose with a couple prospects behind. See? They're just approaching him. Planned obsolescence. Yeah, but it's such an insidious one, too. It's not even like hardware failures to save on money to get people to buy your products. It's like, we're literally going to play a game and then a year later abandon it and sell you the same thing. It's just like, I mean, I guess it's the same thing. It just seems even more insidious. Because like at its core, if Battlefield was a game that had, instead of new games, just free DLC added to it every year, like that would be a sick game. Right? Call of Duty, just one Call of Duty, everybody plays it like Counter-Strike, and then they just add new shit to it all the time. That would be sick. Everybody would love that. I probably, but you got to keep buying it. I don't get it. It's just slop. Your face is slop. I do as the unicorn horn commands. Lucy says it is. All right, you got a slop face. I got a slop hairline. We slopping it up, G. Super Tux Kart is fun. Yeah, I played it with Chatters a few times. Kilroy, good to see you. Hype cycle is to get your friends in the same game for a month. Yeah. It's like at that point, have you guys heard of MMOs? It's like, dude, MMOs are perfect for you guys. Wind Up Boy, good to see ya. I enjoyed playing Eve Vanguard in a masochistic way. I thought it was fun. I mean, I think these games are fun. I'm talking about like almost just strictly the monetization of it at this phase. Bad Company was a good spin-off and had a different feel, but the others are very close together. Never thought about buying a different one. Yeah. Using the Magus as a booster anchor for Jedi huffing is interesting. I didn't even know you could Jedi huff cores. A lot to learn about this gas game, no doubt. Yeah, this is going to be replaced in a week from an Outrider. Some people use Bifrosts, some people use Pontifexes, I've never seen a Stork actually, but I've heard of it. And, you know, I'm splitting hairs here. Not that you asked, but like spinning and Jedi huffing are different the way I see it. Jedi is using Tenemens and getting up close to the rats and speed tanking them, and spinning is going around the outside. When they changed the cloud of the size of the clouds, it kind of conflated it all in our minds. But this is a spin. You can spin instrumentals easily. You can't spin vitals. You can Jedi trick them though. So that's why there's a difference. A solid game core and expansions price around the cup of coffee would work better. Sure. I mean, if they want to charge for them, I would just say, shit, why charge? You guys make enough money. Lucy says MMOs, :D. D:. Battlefield for the single player campaign. Interesting. So this is the first time I'm getting any logical pushback is the campaigns are good. I mean, yeah. If the campaigns are good, you're basically paying AAA price to reconnect to multiplayer and still get a good campaign. It is unethical still, but at least it makes more sense, you know? You're welcome. Of course. And I made a video about this, Dragon. You can always DM me too on Discord or whatever if you want to talk about it. But I made a video on YouTube, Demystifying Gas, talks about a lot of this. The only thing I say in the video that's wrong is that you can't spin a vital core. Now, technically you can, but you can Jedi trick it if you're very, very, very good at the game. Since crossplay was introduced, all the CODs are still playable and it has players, all the crossplay CODs. Oh, so you're saying you can still play old ones? Okay. I guess I just assumed that they were like dead, you know? But maybe that's wrong. Zopper, good to see you. Oh, Battlefield is also not a yearly release. See, I'm lumping COD and Battlefield together now. So Battlefield's probably less of an offender than COD. Do you talk about Tech 3 production in Nomad's Journey? Yeah, so without spoiling anything, in episode 15, we kind of learned the basics. Just look up when Notre Dame fire was. It was in 2019. Now I feel old now. That was a while ago. I've been in Notre Dame before. Very, very pretty it was. I wonder if they've rebuilt it all by now. Yeah, I think CODs are the big offender, and Battlefield like leans into that style of monetization too, but isn't as egregious. Is that kind of what we're going for? Philip, good to see you though. Episode 16 will have a lot of production related banter as well. Does Garfield Card 2 live up to the insane hype? I mean, What will Grand Theft Auto 6 cost? All right, I'm down. This looks funny.
What the hell kind of night?
By the way, I have a full cargo hold now, which means I should probably do something about that. So let me do that first before we watch. What do you think, chat? Sound good? Just a couple of minutes. Chronicles Medieval? What is that? Games that can be modded will always be illegal. I'm not a big like game modder, I've noticed about myself. I prefer to like play with as few mods as possible. I don't know why. It's something about my psyche. There's nothing wrong with modding. Modding's sweet. There's something happening with my Psyche, psyche, psyche. So we obviously got to be a little careful when we jackhand stuff because we got homeboy chilling around, but I wouldn't worry too much. I've done this before. Wouldn't quite call myself a professional, but I've been around the block before with ye old gas. I kind of know the tricks of the trade. 180 million worth of loot. Fuck yeah. Jerky says, isn't this the way it used to be when they brought out a game that is finished and does not need updates to work in the first place? I mean, that's what's really insane about Baldur's Gate, is like this game actually does the old school monetization methodologies. Despite being just an absolutely incredible game. And they didn't have to do it like that. You know, Baldur's Gate 3 would have been very popular even if they decided to do some scams, like most companies. That's just my opinion, though. Miss dedicated service, seeing the same people day in and day out. You guys ever play some 1.5, 1.6 Counter-Strike? See those same nerds in the server every day? What's that link, Ivan? Chronicle Medieval, got you. Let's watch that first. Insurgency Sandstorm on Xbox? Interesting. From today, I can understand the idea of a game that keeps getting updates on some kind of subscription model. Sure. Or just optional DLC. Like, there's so many better ways to do it than the COD model. Seriously, the COD model is exploitative. No questions asked. This is a game Ivan in chat's talking about.
Thou shalt not kill. So the priests tell us.
I'm not sure what style of game it is. It's called Chronicles Medieval.
But ambitious men do not.
Geloramo says, we play Eve. Something's wrong with all of our psyche.
I sought no war.
Fair, fair. Fair enough.
But war found me.
Probably not inaccurate, I'd say.
I became like them. I took up the sword. Prayed I could win redemption through my deeds. But some paths, once taken.
Is this like Chivalry or something? Or like Mountain Blade?
I shall find no peace. On this
I like the
road,
graphics. They look great. This is like an ideal graphics for me. Slightly stylized, not too graphically intensive. Obviously it's a... This looks like Mountain Blade.
But that's just my story.
Bannerlord got you. Yep. Gonna be a sandbox?
Go write your own.
Alright, that's a pretty cool shot right there. You're walking past your soldiers looking at a keep. I guess you're sieging. That's right. Moose with the prime. Thank you, Moose. How you doing? Welcome to the channel, Gello. Maybe Jello. Thank you, Moose. We're just watching videos, hanging out, scooping some gas, chilling, talking about the gaming industry, just enjoying the day. Nothing special. More excited for Half Sword? What's that? Half Sword.
What the hell kind of name is Soap, eh?
I'm gonna find out how much money Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to $50 or $20. Let's find out. We're fucked. Daryl and Oates, it's a famous band of two brothers. The licensing fee on this song alone is gonna bump up the price to $70 million. 60 is already out of the equation.
I already love this video.
Lucia.
Oh no, she's in this. That's a famous actor. She's from look at the hair physics. We're fucked.
Do you know why you're here?
I'm here to tell the people how much Grand Theft Auto 6 is gonna cost, and you can't stop me. Fuck. $200 minimum. We are fucked. Zoom in on that plane. That might be a clue. $69 confirmed. We're back in business, everybody. We're dead. We're broke. That's more birds on screen than Warhammer. We are done, son. We are gonna need $40,000 to buy this game, son.
We need money.
What the fuck? You can't be doing games that look like this. Think of me money, Rockstar Games. Look how many animations you got going off in the shot. The ladies, the dog joggers, these people are having a beach blast. This dude is spraying a big ass. The sunbathers all have unique poses.
Oh god, look at this dude. Look at this guy.
This dude is spraying a big ass. The sunbathers.
Yo, look at this creeper right here. You catch this creeper here taking pictures of her? Oh shit. I see you, bro. That's gross.
There's all have unique poses.
Oh wait, she's twerking for him. Oh, never mind.
Helicopters in this shot.
All right, she wants it.
Money to buy this game, Arthur. If we take all the money on screen in this shot, still not going to be enough to buy the game. Now I've played GTA 5 more than 5 times. That's a great game, but I gotta say that none of the stuff from the GTA 5 trailer is in the game at all. The NPCs don't interact with each other like this, or maybe they do and you just don't notice because you're in the car the whole game. Rockstar has gone on record saying they spent $50 million on the butt physics alone for this game. The bigger the butt,
that can't be true, right? That sounds completely dunkified.
The bigger the bucks you gotta pay to play the game. Take it back. Why are they doing this to us? The Black Man's secret handshake, that's 12 mil alone just for the info on how to perform that. Look at the stupid ass realistic lighting on his little shirt creases.
We'll need more money.
That's stupid. Every person in every shot is doing something different. This is fake, this is staged. We're only gonna be paying $6 for this game. Thank you, Rockstar. The hair, don't look at the boobies. The hair is where the money is. Boobies have been mastered since PS1.
True.
That hair is not fair. We are paying $600 for this game because it's the 6th one, but not really though. Vice City, I already got that game. It's free. Croc is in this and it's the remastered graphics too. That's bumping us to $650. Oh no. $700, $750.
The only way we're gonna get through this
is money offer. This shot is moronic. This shot cannot be achieved. What console are you releasing this game on? PS10? Even the strongest computer in the world cannot render this shot in real time at this frame rate. Every single stupid bottle is individually lit. I don't know anything about computers or technology. I just know what video games look like and they don't look like this. We are paying $7,777 for the honor of playing this game.
We are going to need some money. Just go get me my checks.
This is like actually perfect commentary on this game.
The game is entirely customized to your real life name. We are fucked. He's just saving up for GTA 6. Sicko shot dudes in the truck. Construction workers working on the road. The birds are getting spooked off by a plane. What is this? Everybody take a loan tonight.
We are gonna borrow a little money.
Now with this part, what are we doing or saying where this can be real? No. Pay attention to the cat. Huh? Now look at the lady. Kind of rotate her body to squeeze.
Dude, I didn't even see the cat.
Real no. Pay attention to
There's a cat up on the ATM cleaning its back.
the cat. Huh? Now look at the lady. Kind of rotate her body to squeeze past him. Huh? Look at the beer moving around in the bottle. We are not paying anything less than $22,000 to play this game. Now if you can't afford that, look. You can always go outside. The graphics are almost as good.
What's your name?
I thought you knew my name, Games.
They got your name, address, they got everything.
Yeah, I mean, Rockstar's gonna have your name and address. You're gonna be paying this game off in monthly installments for 5 to 7 years. But look at how good the lighting is in the cutscenes. Just so beautifully composed with every shot. Yes, this game is gonna cost $130,000 before tax. But think about how much money this game cost them, okay? The people who funded this game are sitting there right now like,
we need that money.
The bad news is that this game is too fancy for anybody to afford. But the good news is that it's probably never going to come out anyway.
Perfect commentary on the game. This is why we trust Donkey for our video game reviews. Konami says, I say this to someone with thousands of hours. Do you guys want to know what I played yesterday? I played a game. Yeah, it just got delayed again. Hey, Rizio, take care. Hope you have an awesome week. You play? No, I didn't play Ghost Similar. Hey, what's up, Blue Gray? What's up, Kata? I played Defense of the Ancients too. On an account with a very low behavior score. Don't tell anybody. And wow, that shit was fun. I haven't played in a hot minute. Call it Dota. Yeah, Defense of the Ancients too. Yeah, you know, noobs do call it Dota. It's true. Obviously, good players call it Defense of the Ancients 2, the sequel to Defense of the Ancients 1. A used map setting of Warcraft 3. That's the official name. It's kind of like Linux/GNU thing. The Toxic Dota 2 Smurf Steam account. I'm playing unranked Turbo, alright? There's no such thing as a Smurf in Turbo. I don't want to hear that. I had no idea what that was until Kata said Dota. Yeah, I played Dota 2. I like Dota a lot. I haven't played it in a couple years. At one point, I put a lot of time into increasing my rating in Dota, but I don't think I'll ever do that again. When a Tuskar's after action reports jokes about how their Logi was so bored they were playing Dota on the other monitor. Yeah, there you go. Nothing to do when you don't lose. Squadron 42, I don't know what that is. I almost miss playing Dota, but I'm not depressed anymore. Yeah, Dota is a mental illness amplifier, unlike a lot of MOBAs. I think it's possible to look at something like Dota 2 and realize that the game is almost perfect, but only in theory. There are no the game with players involved, not so great. But the balancing, the way they stay on top of it, the way they keep it fresh, just Ice Frog is a genius. I don't know what to say. Fuck League of Legends. Right. Single player derived from Starship Citizen. Okay. I believe MOBAs are tied to mental disorders. Might be a correlation there, my friend. No, MOBAs are actually asking specifically, and I say this knowing what I'm about to say. MOBAs really do push competitive young people in a way they're not used to being pushed. Now, it's not just competitive young people, but they hit them the hardest. So you're talking about, teenage lads and stuff. They're addictive is what you're saying? Okay, I'm talking something else then. I'm talking about the competitive grind of trying to increase your elo. It's the same kind of existential struggle people feel when they're like really good at chess at a young age, but then they start to, meet other people, their skill. It pushes you in ways you're not really used to being pushed. It pushes you in ways that hold you accountable you're not used to being held accountable in, right? If you're just talking about being addictive, sure, yeah, MOBAs are tremendously addicting, but games in general are addictive. I personally consider games to be a bit of a drug. Someone said, fuck Riot. I love that for you. Can't have anything more cancer in my life, like lol, yeah. You've avoided MOBAs? Says Jerry. That is nice. So Kata was tying it all together by saying the grind itself is... So what I'll say is that if you're sitting at your intended MMR and you're going up and down, up and down, up and down, 100%. 100%. And there's all types of addictive elements, and being addicted to a MOBA is 100%. We got dude back. Oh, never mind, different dude. But specifically, what's more interesting than the addictive Gamba style delusion of like, number goes up, number goes down, is like how you actually see people go out of their way to break their own habits to improve that number. It's something that's extremely hard to do. So we're kind of just talking about a bunch of different things all at once, but... C-Tom says, Elo ladders, MMR ladders, Glico systems, don't let you stay big in a small pond. Yeah, well, unless you smurf, but yeah. Smurfing is a big problem in Dota. What's a MOBA? MOBA is the initialism that League of Legends coined to describe what we used to call ARTSs, action real-time strategies, but a MOBA stands for multiplayer online battle arena. These are games that are traditionally 4v4, 5v5, 6v6, and you play generally isometrically top-down with a mirrored playfield, and the first to kill the other building wins with towers. That's a MOBA. You can see this real time with chess streams. I didn't want to talk about chess, but yeah, I opened up the door, didn't I? Kentucky Gym Bros spiraling into Roy's athlete with drugs and a bunch of stuff. Yeah. I mean, being too competitive is bad. I'm just saying that, like, if you... I think MOBAs, ARTSs, the 5v5 league style games, that's... And this is just my own... That's, like, the first time in young men's lives. I'm just saying men because there's a lot of, like, genetic competitiveness, blah, 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 whatever. Tune me out. That's something that a lot of young men, teenagers, that's the first time they're ever, like, shown by a system that they are not as good as they think. Poor Smite. Yeah, I was gonna wait for someone to call Overwatch a MOBA. I was like, all right, fine, whatever. The lines are blurred. Smite's a MOBA, I'll take it. But what I'm trying to get at is, like, when you're like, people come up with all types of delusions, and this is glossing past the gamification, the spiraling, the mental disorders. Like, this is like the first time where you're told you're not good enough, and like your friends are better than you, and there's no way out of it. You just start coming up with things like, oh, I'm stuck here, it's other people's fault. And it's just fascinating how that just divides people right away. An idiot says there's 9 bad players on my team. A wise man says there's 10 bad players on my team. Right? CJ, what's up, gangsta? Chloro Bear, I'm back at the house. We jumped into 2 coffee shops, harvested a cortado at the first one. 8 out of 10, no ganks, love it. Second was a well-known system, Starbucks. Got the pumpkin spice latte and a fucking cake pop. 10 out of 10, I got a sweet tooth. You double banged? Wait, you double banged coffee shops? Hell yeah. The phrase ELO hell is such an easy yellow flag. Sure. It's, they call it trenches, MMR hell, whatever you call it, ELO hell. That is a direct manifestation of somebody that chose the path of delusion instead of bettering themselves. I had this moment with StarCraft, sure. Yeah. And not all young men do it this way. I'm just saying, like, this is the first time where, like, no, nobody's going to save you from that number. Nobody. Elo terrorist. That's amazing. My co-op player repulses at it. Having not come from Eve to the world of D&D, the influence of hyper-competitive games is palpable. Yeah, sure. So I think competition is cool, and it's a very human thing, especially like a more masculine thing. It's not even a guy thing. It's a more masculine thing, but it's not exclusively there either. But that's why I like to talk about it. You know? I think there's a lot of interesting fallacies we kind of all agree on with those games. The idea that your number is a fixture, for example, right? Your ELO, your MMR, your rank, your division, it's not a fixture. Most people talk about peaks when they say how good they are. Which is extremely misleading to people on an actual grind. Damn, I gotta go pee, but there's a guy in the system. What do I do? Do I just hope for the best? He's got regular probes out, I mean. Fuck it. Let me go pee. If he kills me, he kills me. Fuck him. It's just this like work truck parked on the street, like looking in my office. There's like 2 guys sitting in it for like an hour now, just staring at me. I just walked up. I was like, hello. And I just closed the blinds. Hello, friends. Stream for a bit longer, yeah? I'd like to finish this site if possible. If not, no worries. Our friend Stop Scanning. Mad Dog subscribe with Prime. Thank you. Don't make eye contact. I mean, it's all good. I'm not mad. They're just working. I just wonder if they were enjoying the show. They were getting this stream for free. Anyway, good conversation. I'd say if anybody actually plays MOBAs or plays a game with the Glico system or an MMR system or some type of matchmaking system, whether it's a standard one or a modified one, remember, the microsecond you blame anybody other than yourself for your number is when your number goes down. It's not even a choice. It will go down. It's guaranteed. Always blame yourself. Now, sometimes it feels bad, but it feels bad to gain number. It's not a fun feeling. You are tearing at your soul. Hang in there. Zapper says, found some old AIM logs. Damn, AIM logs. Slayer boxer, baby. Murmio says, a lot of the health problems come from if a person naturally puts their worth in the outcome of a match. Dude, if you're grinding, your worth is tied up in it. Period. Otherwise, you'd be playing normal. No. A healthy amount of worth isn't everything, but... Zedong Fang here. Yo, they left when I closed the blinds. Dude, what? They just left? What? 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 That's crazy, bro. All right, we'll open it up again. Fuck it. I'm being cased, bro. I hope so. Dude, they were in a propane truck. Ain't no way I'm being cased from a propane truck. Evil Fungus, take care, yeah? Have a wonderful evening. Seeing people tilt in normals was something special. So here's the thing, Kata. Let me just be clear because I'm doing myself a disservice. I struggle with all these things we're talking about. I've peaked at 4K MMR in Dota. I've peaked at Diamond in League of Legends, ranking-wise. But as I've talked about, peaking is not what you are, right? I'm about 3K player in Dota on a good day, right? Generally speaking, that's where I'll stay without too much effort. I don't know what it would be in League. Probably not Diamond anymore. I don't know how bad it is. I haven't played in a long time. But with all that said, I have, in many instances, struggled with the exact things I'm talking about and taken the low road or beat myself up the wrong ways or blamed other people. So all this is wisdom. So I read this, I'm like, yeah, I've tilted in normals. Dead ass. And it's because of the things that I've learned that I don't really do it anymore. Yeah, I'm being a little bit nebulous and annoying, but, you know, whatevs. Whatevs. Wood League represent, that's me, baby. Amount of gambling ads now are so disturbing, we gotta ban that shit. Yeah, you see that CoffeeZilla video? Yo, you guys getting any commercials on YouTube or no? Is living in a Boston J space still viable? It is. Yep. Yep. It is. In fact, it's preferable if you're solo. If you can do it. You're a special being. Yeah, I'm very much so coming from a position of, wow, I struggled with that grind and myself as a young man in my 20s. But I got good at it by the end of it. I kind of got good at the whole understanding the psyche involved to increase your number. And I also realized that that number stops increasing after some point. And you have to be ready to peak and drop. If you go forever and just think you're going to become the best, like, man, you have bad goals. So for me, like, to go back and play Dota, I played some yesterday. you know, number one, I'm not so interested in ranked, but if, number two, if I did, like, I would probably just hit my true median and just be fine with that and not do a grind anymore. True median being you on an average day, not grinding. Cam Garu with the 5 consecutive streams with a watch streak. I don't know how cool that is. That's pretty cool. Thank you for being so consistent. I might sneak a stream in tonight at 3 a.m. for 5 minutes and break everybody's streaks. Nah, I'm talking about the MMO grind or MMR grind, ELO grind. Zero commercials? Good. Yeah, I tried to turn it off. Hope everybody on YouTube's having a good day. Let me see. Is anybody over there watching? Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, we got a couple people watching on YouTube. That's still awesome. I love that. I haven't disconnected today. They let you keep your streak by watching VODs now? You guys wouldn't defraud me like that, would you? Or would you? Would you fake streak me? Disgusting. So a little comment on today's activities. We have 2 people coming to this wormhole. One person attacked me while I wasn't looking. The other one just coming through, possibly just watching. This is precisely what keeps JSpace interesting to me. I imagine a lot of people go to JSpace to make their money or to exact domination for profit or whatever it is that you want to do. Some people just go to fight, true. But for me, I like watching things happen. Right? YouTube was a little short of 30 people. Yeah, my number says 19 right now, which is a shitload, personally, of extra people to talk to. On YouTube, I just make it unlisted, so it shouldn't. I hope it doesn't bother people. Maybe it goes in a notification. I don't know how to turn the notification off. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, you know? If I could figure out how to do that, I'll do it. Otherwise, whatever. We gooch. Waiting for a contract from somebody. Who was that? I was waiting for a contract from Haas. What's unlisted? The streams. I make it public when it's live, but I unlist it when it posts. Mermio says, install competitive game, win every match versus noobs. Dopamine, you're the best. You may even be Faker. Starts losing tilts, uninstalls, career over. Girlfriend leaves you. Yep, it's brutal. It's brutal. We all want to be better than we are, but finding and respecting that limit is impossible. I was having a great time playing Dota, though. They've done a bunch of changes, obviously. There's like facets now, which I saw and I just rolled my eyes, but after a couple games with them, oh yeah. Huge improvement to the overall game. It's basically like at the start of a game when you pick your hero, you have to make a choice. This facet or that facet. And they're just small effects that dramatically change the direction of your character. Really cool system. They also have passives now, which passives were such a funny thing to me. Everybody that played Dota before League always scoffed at the concept of passives, but it's true that actually passives were a really nice feature in League that Dota refused to implement because they didn't need them and they didn't want to, you know, copy it. But we have passives now. I mean, Dota's like really good right now. Alas, we'll see. It was certainly fun to play it. Like I said earlier, I beat BG3, so I think what's up next for me is to reroll my tactician save with a more coherent lineup and see how far I can get with that. Somebody said Act 3 gets really hard on tactician, so I gotta experience that before I do honor. But other than that, I'm just chilling. I am looking to get Nomad Tale released by the end of the year. It's gonna take a tremendous amount of effort from this point on, but, you know, it's fun. Zapper says, I have a friend that plays the competitive game until he hits the top league, then quits. Did it for like 5 games. Some people are good like that. And you can certainly argue that there's mechanical skill involved. But for games like League and Dota, like it's very strongly mental. You look at someone like, I don't know, just Shroud. You guys know Shroud? Like, there's a lot of mechanical skill in his hand. Any Counter-Strike player, right? We don't have to go with a super popular one. They have a ton of skill in pointing and clicking and being very, very fast to respond, right? There's less emphasis on the point and clicking in other games, and the speed. It becomes very mental, which you see somebody like just succeed at multiple competitive games. It's probably something in their psyche for sure. Mads Peterson, what's up? No, Nomad Tail has to come with merch? I don't think so. That seems greedy for me. What are your thoughts on Eve's looter shooter, Vanguard? I should purchase Planetside too. Yeah, I played it a while ago. One of the earlier playtests of Vanguard, I played it for a while and streamed it. I thought it was fun. I mean, I don't see any reason why CSP can't make other games. They've just historically had a hell of a hard time doing it. So I think Vanguard's fine, mate. It's just really late for an extraction shooter. But then again, Ark came out and people were talking about that like crazy, so who knows? Shroud's insane. Only see one person close on mouse keyboard, but they locked themselves to COD when aim assist ruled. I mean, I think the top tier Counter-Strike players have, you know, Shroud or higher levels of control over their digits. But, you know, Shroud is like, he can pick up any game and play it, which they can't. That's kind of what blows my mind with the point click. Don't abandon us. We're ad free on YouTube. I'm not going to abandon you. Soapy, I actually turned off ads on YouTube and Twitch, but Twitch, I think they still get them when they show up to the stream if they're not subbed. They get that pre-roll. You know how scummy Twitch is? Like, just like, let me explain this to you. I know some of you already know this, but like, if you run an ad, right? Unless you run 3 minutes, here, let me do this right. Minutes, hour. If you don't run this, you get pre-rolls, right? We know that. So you get 30-second pre-rolls whenever someone joins. If you don't do that, you get pre-rolls. So if you do it, it's disabled. But there's another thing that running 3 minutes of ads worth an hour does that people don't talk about. It gives you an increased split on your ad revenue. And what I mean by that is instead of like 30% of ad money or something, you get 55% or something like this. It increases the amount if you run 3 an hour. So what it does is it tricks you into saying, hey, I'll just do the commercial breaks at my leisure and we'll run more of them when I'm taking a break. I'll get more money for my ads and we disable the pre-rolls. But in reality, it's like, you know, you have to have a lot of viewers for this to make a lot of money, and they shouldn't be subbed or like, this makes nothing. It's not even about the money in the first place. This is an extreme amount of ads, and like, this isn't even that bad. So like, my point is like, just do this instead. Who gives a shit about it? It's like, instead of like $10 or whatever, you get like $6. Like, who the fuck cares? This is significantly less intrusive to an Eve stream than I thought. And especially since everybody subs to me anyway, they don't even see it. So just a small little behind the scene thing. Like, they really do kind of get you to do it. Are you LARPing as Pyro Software? That's so funny. So let me tell you about Thor. Number 1, rest in peace. Number 2, he wishes that he could claim the blackboard for himself. Never, not on my watch, never will Thor steal the blackboard away from the streamers as a whole. Number 3, rest in peace to Thor. Some streams will give you 2-minute pre-rolls and then immediately hit you with another 3. 2-minute pre-rolls? I thought it was 30 seconds. Dota's more mental than LOL's how fast you can point and click. League of Legends is more Twitch based, like reaction time based. 100%. You also click more buttons in League. Dota is more mental than League, but MOBAs as a whole are way more mental than perhaps the actual clicking requirements of like Counter-Strike, for example. Counter-Strike is also mental, don't get me wrong. Rest in peace to Moldavius. No, actually, whenever I pull out Arno, I used to get this a lot more before he went down. Whenever I pull out the whiteboard, people are like, all right, calm down, pirate. I'm like, fuck you. And then he ate shit. I'm just like, Back on the menu, boys. Zenevieve with a follow. What's up? I watched a Twitch streamer claim that he was paid his cut and actually it wasn't. I don't know, dude. I literally don't even pay attention to how much any of this shit makes. I just, whatever you guys want to give me, cool. It just goes down the thing. I don't obsess over it. I don't even look how many viewers I have. I do it in a really nice way. All I can tell you is that you guys are significantly more generous than I deserve. But I'm not making like true income over here off of this stuff. Make sense? I miss Heroes of New Earth. Yeah, Han was great. I was not a Han player, but I have played Han and Han was excellent. Somebody go rescue those ferrets. I was loving games like Apex. Got in Diamond a few times. Something changed and it stopped being fun at all. Interesting. More evidence for it being mental, eh? Blitz Thresh, not. I was explaining Pudge to my girlfriend yesterday. I was like, so you see there's this hero in the game and he throws a hook and that pulls you to him. And she's like, I'm like, okay, well, it's really strong. You just have to trust me. Imagine not admitting you roached in a WoW dungeon and snowballed to losing your entire career. Yeah, I mean, Murmio, he did a lot more than roached in the dungeon, but that was really the straw that broke the camel's back, wasn't it? You're right. Have to go knock on the sky. Fab vibes and chill, Chloro. Much love, Ali. Not Alistair, of course. We'll reserve the full name for the other lad. Good to see you, Ali. Godspeed, yeah. Homie still has 1 million followers. He's doing okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying he's dead just for the memes, but like everyone's respect for him is dead. I hope one day he sees how silly he looked and has a redemption arc. Seriously, I hope everybody does that. That's what I would do. Right? But Pookie, yeah, I mean, he has followers. He's got subs still guaranteed, but he has no respect, you know. Unlike me, I have all the respect. Everybody loves me. Not quite. Not quite. He won't gain it back. Well, I mean, anybody can change. Anybody can change. Now, whether or not people will respect you, that's up to them. That's not your choice, but you can change. Who are we talking about here? We're talking about Pirate Software. He's a streamer. Hey, what's up, Raw Dog? It's definitely mental. There's a whole brain feedback thing. Also a personal perspective. A lot of people were hate watching him. It was so toxic. I got some hate watchers here. Let me tell you. No, I'm just kidding. I've had a couple people do some odd things lately, but all Gucci. Dustin said, I don't think merch would be greedy. It doesn't have to make $1 million. I'd buy it. I mean, you know, some stuff just seems like, some stuff just seems, you know, not really what I'm into. You know, on Twitch, an example of that would be a hype train. A hype train is something that happens when people like give you support, like money. And if a couple of people do it all at once, it like creates a train and like people like want to do it more. The whole thing just felt off to me. And I gotta say, merch selling does kind of feel off to me. Instead of selling merch, I could like have my girlfriend like do art, like, and if you want to buy that instead, you know, from the series, like drawing my ships or something, like buy that. Like I don't want to like just like a t-shirt or something. It just seems silly. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not merch minded, but I don't want to do that. We want a mug with your logo. You can just print my logo. I don't own it. You guys can share it. I don't copyright it. You guys can make your own merch, I guess. I guess it just makes me uncomfortable. It's kind of hard to sell merch and be like, I'm doing this for fun. Merch idea, coffee grinder. Put the R on their shirt. Nah, I don't think merch is, it's not something that I'm interested in. Even if like you think I could sell it or you'd want it, I don't think I'd want to do that. I think that would be like the wrong direction for me. But I appreciate you guys, you know, being cool about that. and believing in me. But here's the thing, like, there's so many ways to support me. I'm very conscious of making that too great, the number of ways. You don't need all that. I'm very happy with what I have now. Twitch stream, I have a little YouTube, I have a little Discord. Helping people with Linux is perfect for me. But with that said, maybe I'll do some like custom art of a Nomad Tale. If somebody really wants some stuff, they could buy that instead or something. Not so worried about it. I'm pretty satisfied with Eve and my viewers and everything else. We kind of have this like sick disease, all of us, where we just want more and more, you know? And I know you guys aren't. You don't agree that it's greedy to make merch, but I think in some ways it is. Like, seriously, I'm just playing the game. You guys are giving me subscriptions. Like, how far does this have to go? You know? Anyway, I love you guys. Maybe I'm wrong in this one, but we'll hold off on the merch for now. Much love. How much you sell Loki's for? I mean, depends. Are you using it or reselling it? If you're using it, I'm sure I could hook it up. I usually hook up chatters with Tech 3 stuff if they ask. Some decent prices, you know? If you want to make a steady living in the wider range of performance industry, well, I don't want to do that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want that. That's the critical misunderstanding here. Branded Brightwell. I don't want that. I just want to have fun and share the game. If that happens to make money as it's doing now, cool. We stenciled Odysseus on a bribe, so it'll be two things chlorophyll. That was good. That was good, dude. You slipped the bribe in there and tied it all together. That was good. What's up, Join Ops? Want to stop by and say happy 250 to any crayon eaters in chat. I don't know what that means. My corp wants to use Loki for blopsing. I mean, I'll sell your stuff at Jetta Split if you want. That seems equitable. 100% thanks for the tango again. Of course, of course. So if you guys don't know me, I make Tech 3 products. So strategic cruisers, tactical destroyers, and subsystems. It's kind of a fun thing I do. You'll probably see me do that after I finish this cloud up. I think the greedy merch is stuff that has no thought, just mass produced PS. Sure, I mean, that's just like slop. Yeah, I like to spend my energy thinking about ways to make cool content and have a good time instead of thinking about how to make more money on it. That's what I'm, you know, maybe if I've created a ton of cool content one day, I can look back and sell merch, but not yet, not now. What's up, Dirty Dankin? Besides Ishtar with Drone Boat, do you suggest Tristan's nice? Ishtar is nice. Dominic's is pretty cool. Gila's pretty cool. Back in the day, the Rattlesnake used to be sweet. Not so much anymore. Carriers are neat. Not going to branch out into an acoustic guitar career. Oh, Marines 250, of course. There you go. Ah, the Crayon Eaters. See, I didn't get it. I'm not enough. I'm going to do a NPSI tomorrow. Somebody convinced me to do it for Veterans Day. Shout out to the Crayon Eaters. Anything to make the work less boring, you know? Nicknames are good for that. Yeah, somebody convinced me into it. I don't know. Hopefully it goes better than Friday. Friday was brutal. If you are interested in further monetization, merch, can I ask what you do for a living? You seem to have a lot of latitude to do stuff with your days. I'm genuinely curious. It's a good question. Yeah, people ask me this all the time. Best way I can put it is I have small incomes from various sources, and I live extremely below the means. Longer answer is I've worked just about every job you can possibly imagine. I've been in various industries. I've been to university, right? I studied entomology, all types of things in between, blue collar, less blue collar. Yeah, I sell everything. I've sold like 7,000 subsystems. I sell everything. MPSI, yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, they've convinced me. So right now I'd say a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and just keeping it chill, you know? COVID kind of woke me up and disrupted my life. I mean, it helps to get a couple free bucks from playing Eve. There's no way I would be able to stream so much if you guys weren't so generous, I'll tell you that. But I'd say that this is equivalent to like part-time work in terms of compensation. If you guys just want to cut through the noise, that's kind of what it is. But the second it feels like that, I'm not going to do it. Cloakhorn branded manual grinder when. I'll send you a Sharpie. So also holes and subs as well, no worries. Depending on like how many you want, we can work out our price. If you just want a ship and some subs, yeah, hit me up. My Discord is Chlorokin. You can just DM me. Good need for figuring out a way to be able to stream play Eve as much as you do. We're all the more richer for it. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't think I would probably stream once a week if I didn't have an audience and subscribers. That would be my bet. But it's kind of like a sponsor hobby that pays a couple bills kind of deal, right? And it ends up being something I like doing anyway. It's a W. It's lucky is what it is. But I don't want to I don't want to balloon. I don't want to grow just to grow. I don't want more money. I just want to have more fun and be happier. What's your profession aside from content creation? A bit of this, a bit of that. A manual grinder when, yeah. We really should probably do a little grinder merge. Could you imagine? Nah, dude, you guys got it twisted. We got more probes out. They are green probes, so they're not threatening. Bit of this, bit of that, and living in a way that's not above my means, which is good and bad, depending on your personality, right? The man bun helps. It does help, admittedly. Chlorokin branded coffee. You guys are nuts. You guys want me to make more money than I do. Like, you guys are more interested in me making money than I am. I don't know what that says about everybody. More income, more giveaways naturally. True. Or is it the other way around? More chloro money, more chloro. You're not going to get, even if you guys gave me 10 times the amount of money you give me right now, I wouldn't stream anymore. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, my brain is different. Like, not in a good way, but like in a way that is a choice, I guess, maybe. Just imagine, like, streaming this way has its major benefits. Like, what happens if I just don't feel like doing this? I just don't stream. Done. Overnight, you know? I can't imagine I would do that. It's awfully cool to come here, but Now, what if you're like making merch and like you have a schedule and you have like, times and dates and, you know, involve people and like you over half your income is coming from this or whatever it is. Like, just imagine like not being able to stop playing a video game. I could stop right now and whatever, run ads or whatever on my shit. Who knows what it is and whatever, but I just still play it because it's sweet. Don't make a hobby a job. That's the quickest way. That's what I'm saying. Everything in content creation pushes you to make it your job. And I make money from it. No question. I take that money and it makes a difference in my life. You could call it a job. You could. No problem with that. But they're pushing for you to make, like, everything you do is like, oh, you can do this. You can like quit your job. You can go and like make on all the dashboards, the people talking to you, all the gamification of all the systems. And it's like, it's almost comical how many things push you into doing that. And it's like, I guess I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to do that, no matter how hard they push me towards it. Doesn't matter the amount of money that I make or the viewers that I have. I'm gonna be in control of this, and I'm never gonna be in a situation where I can't stop. In many ways, it's just like a relationship, you know? You want to be with somebody or you want to have friends, but you don't want to be in a position where you can't live without them. Even though we sometimes get there. I left music school. For that reason, music and playing was my favorite thing, but I learned it was only that when I could do it on my terms. Interesting. Interesting. What did you play? Went to music school. Must be a specific instrument. That's what happens if you stream Saturday Night in the Reg. Yeah, no doubt. I like the way I do it. I don't... We can call this a job, but it doesn't matter. Technically, I make money for it and perform and entertain people. We call it a job if you want. I just don't want it to feel like one. Even if it is generating money. I don't want it to feel like that. I refuse. I was going for contemporary writing production with jazz guitar principal. Shit, girl. Some people see 800 hours of rune crafting to 99 as fun. Is it 800? For some reason I thought it was 400. Maybe that was like pre and post GOTR. I don't know. Is it really 900? I hate that so much. I hate doing rune crafting on my UIM too because I have to drop the runes. It just makes me so mad. It's extra clicking. And I get fewer runes. The interaction dynamic would be way different if it gets mainstream. Yeah. Well, there's that too. I've thought about what would happen if I had 1,000 viewers. Could I even do it the same? And the answer is no. It would actually be different. It would be. I couldn't read it all. Content creation is new. I want to be a fireman for many kids. Yeah. Content creation is just, it has the same issues as acting does. Like, you can be good at the thing. It doesn't mean shit in terms of people watching you. I had no idea people would watch my videos or tune into a stream. No clue. It literally just stumbled into my lap. Wasn't looking for it. Didn't expect it. Didn't even know how to grow it or do anything else. It just... And like, but meanwhile, you'll have people out there that'll buy all the equipment first, go to stream, and nobody watches and they can't get people to watch them. It is just like, just consider it luck. If it happens, cool. If not, whatever. And I imagine like, most people might not even like entertaining people and talking like this. It may not even be natural or fun to you. I kind of like it now. I've gotten used to it. It's kind of enjoyable. I like chats about the size or smaller. Yeah, when it gets bigger, it's just shouting in the void. Yeah. Ryan says, I went to work and we still huffing. You finish your shift already? I mean, this cloud is kicked. I'll show you the amount. It's got to be kicked here in a second. 3,000 left. Is that CachyOS on your laptop? It is. I got Cachy on both. Good eye, Blake. This is Cachy too. And the ThinkPad that I'm blocking has Debian 12 on it, as one does. Good eye. Most of the time you need super chats and shit to get even noticed. That would be pretty whack. He says, you know, as you were talking about the viewership thing, guess who else has Cashy OS running right now? Oh, someone's joined the Cashy cult. I went and checked Tyler 1's stream and he was raging in his chat while playing Minecraft. All right, Tyler 1 is hilarious, even though he's probably, I mean, listen, I don't watch him. I've never watched him, but like objectively, he's like a fucking, he's like an ogre. He's like Shrek. He's just farcical. There's something magical about that ogre of a man. Wouldn't call myself a fan though. Blake says I'm using it as well. I had to sit on the LTS kernel because it drove me crazy having to reboot weekly. You mean doing a reboot after updates, or what you talking about? Can we talk about Linux now? Oh, can we do a Linux stream? His chat is insufferable. Dude, I get mad at my chat sometimes. My chat's nice as shit. About to find out how Eve runs? Alright, well, DX11, vsync off, right? Pick up Eve min. They push kernel updates a lot? Gotcha. Yeah, I don't really mind reboots, Flake. I'm actually a cretinous computer turner offer at nighter. That's right. I turn my computer off at night. And I dare call myself a Linux user. DX12, I mean, you're going to want to put it on 11 no matter what under Linux. All right, we killed a instrumental core reservoir, which is pretty impressive. We did it, chat, together. Kankusha says awesome content was active in Shadow Cartel from 2010 to 17. Nice. Scartel's a fixture. Thanks, Kankusha. A DX11 for stability. So DX11 will just dramatically increase performance under the compatibility layer. It also increases performance under Windows as well without the compatibility layer. However, on Linux, it is almost mandatory, especially if you're going to multi-box, to be on DX11 because it ends up being, wait for it, about twice as performant in my experience. Yeah, you got top of the line stuff. So here's the thing. What type of FPS are you looking for? You're looking for 144, you're looking for 60. What are you looking for? So if you only want 60, okay, yeah, you're fine. You can leave it on DX12. If anybody's seeking high refresh rate, or they're playing on 4K, or they have a lower computer, they have no choice but to use 11 Blitz, yeah. Deleted that cloud. Catus says the Catalyst expansion is probably going to boost your gas huffing. Yep. The Outrider is going to be a significant of extra free gas for me. It's actually remarkable how much extra gas I'm going to get from that. Give me a couple minutes here. I'm going to scatter some ships around. And then I think we'll take a quick look skis at my industrial situation. Then we'll probably end up winding her down eventually. I'm a 3-4 hour stream at Andy over here. I don't got that stamina that the Zoomers got. Been trying out gaming focused distros for a week now. I was going back and forth between Cashy and Garuda. I'm on Garuda right now. It feels comfortable. Cool. Yeah, I'm a big believer in that distros don't fucking matter. Just, you can probably make it work in anything you got. I've only been using Linux for a year and change, so I'm new. But I made some Linux videos. We got a Linux Discord. Are you guys on our Linux Discord? If you guys are interested in Linux or use it, we have a Discord called End of Life that focuses on Eve from the Linux perspective. That's something I was intimidated about Linux. So many distros and hard to wrap my head around which ones are which. Yeah. So this is actually the reason, you know, why I like to just remind people it doesn't matter so much. There are differences between distros, but if you can't tell me what a package manager is, or if you can't describe the actual upstream kernel choices, like, you probably aren't even in the business of looking at a distro. You're probably just looking at desktop environments. The reason we recommend Cashy is not because we're Arch stans, not because we think Cashy is like necessary. It's just easier. That's it. End of Life, Eve on Linux Discord, EOL, yep. Yep. It's a triple entendre. I never tried to run Eve on CashOS laptop. Probably will burn in flames. Yeah, you need a little bit. Now I use a script. I don't know if you're familiar with, is CSP providing an Eve Linux client? No, they stopped providing support in 2009. So 16 years ago. But you're gonna need to probably use a script to minimize this stuff. I use EveMin, the little thing I built. Previews are kind of a work in progress. Everybody has their own kind of takes on them in the Linux scene, but we've come a long way. I encourage you to go to that Discord if you haven't. It's actually eye-opening. And if nothing else, I think that you'll be shocked to learn who is actually using Linux and what they look and feel like and sound like. Because chances are they're going to be just normies, just like you. So it's radicalized a lot of people. We have like 500 people on that server. It's just insane. All right, very good, very good, very good. We have 2.3 billy worth of gas in ye old Ghost Whale. All nice and compressed up, ready to be abandoned at some point, right? Fun fact, I've mentioned this a lot, but if you don't know it, you can't actually boosh Command Industrials. It doesn't work. They do not get booshed. It's just not a thing. So, be advised. It has nothing to do with the industrial core. It's actually the hull itself. It's pretty remarkable. Carriers can boosh them. Says just a dumb all. Is carrier called a boosh? Did we call that booshing? If it's called booshing, forgive me. I'm obviously not including carriers here for what it's worth. Collat Squirrel, I kind of make it easy for you on the Discord. I'm kind of, you know, me and Tarvin kind of got this down to a science now. We recommend for people that are scared of Linux to try Linux Mint. We recommend people that are not as scared of Linux to try CashOS. But if you want to try any distro, it works. I really recommend not trying Ubuntu stuff. You're just going to give yourself a little bit of a headache, but they work just fine. They work just fine. But you're kind of like a little bit on your own with the Ubuntu stuff, more so than the other distros. Now, again, if you're on Ubuntu, don't feel bad. It's just there's some unique choices being made there in that stream that tend to not affect the rest of the ecosystem. Remember, Mint is based on Ubuntu, and we recommend that. Swooshington, yeah, thank you for the correction, Just a Dumb. So we're talking about Command Industrials and how they're unbooshable, but that's actually not true. Carriers can do it. I was talking about MJFDs, to be clear. The same way you would boosh a Marauder. My bad, my bad. 3 says, my only Linux experience is Proxmox server and running services in containers. Well, I mean, that's, you know, that's server work. The desktop environment stuff, I mean, it's literally just fucking, you know. Here, am I allowed to show you what my desktop looks like? Maybe this will work. Hold on. Let me close this down right quick. Does this work? No. Oh yeah, yeah, look, you can see this is my right monitor. Here's my other monitor. Where's the taskbar? See how the taskbar looks? Let me get rid of my face. I just want to, if you've never seen Linux before and never experienced it, it's literally just like Windows. Look, I have a taskbar, a system panel, my icons in the middle, right? It's literally precisely like you're used to. It feels exactly the same. And I just want to show that. Sometimes I do a live install on stream or use a virtual machine just to show you what that actually looks like. Because I feel like some people think it's like another planet when it's not. It's literally Windows, just a little cooler. Everything center with Proxmox on it so I can spin up VMS with Ubuntu server. It only just started. I host a Red Panda message broker that I can use when I develop web apps. Yeah, so you're a little bit ahead of the game, my guy. We have people on the Discord asking like, how do I install a program? You know? So this is the Discord. This is what it looks like, guys. And again, I know not everybody's interested in Linux. But basically, just to give you a quick tour. You can choose your distro role here if you want to represent your nickname color. And this is really what you want to do. You want to go to the wiki and you want to click the wiki and you want to read the wiki. The wiki will teach you how to play EVE on Linux from scratch, including access to the programs we've made and everything else. It's all right there. We also have special interest channels, people talking every day. Self-hosting is one of them. Just saying. It's a great Discord. People learn a lot there. Shout out Teravan. You guys are always welcome. But if you're not interested in Linux, no worries. It's all good. I turn off VSync in game. I'm getting 350 FPS. Nice. You should run a Steam argument. If you're on... Wait, what are you running Lutris or Steam? You can run an argument to cap your FPS. Yeah, let me show you what that looks like. 1 second. So if you go to your library and right click on Steam and go to properties, under general, you get all these launch options here, right? The one that you want to do to limit your FPS is here. This will allow you to disable VSync and also still limit it if you want. I have a ton of arguments on here, but these are extremely important ones. F-sync and E-sync. Subdoom. Real neckbeards never launch a GUI CLI only. I mean, I could show you my EVE Online mapper if you want. This is my mapper I use every day. How lively is this wormhole space nowadays? Think about moving into C3 solo. Weird Ball, yeah, you can pick a C3 low and just move in overnight. Just try to find one without a Citadel in it and you're good. You could even move into one with a Citadel. I would say find a C3 with a low. That way you get very little traffic and you can do fun stuff out of the low. Put a Starbase down. Learn how that works and kind of hang out. That's the quintessential experience I recommend people to try out. Yeah, I'm on Cashy right now, 3. If you want to be a graybear, use CLI to launch curses-based UI that looks like something used as a hacking prop in cheesy movies. What time is downtime? 1100. Yeah, this is cool. Yeah, you don't really need that. My other launch options are for like pulse audio issues I had and limiting FPS and a couple other things. What's up, Connor? Oh, if you want to live in... Yeah, so do you know how to make Abyssal safes, Weird Ball? I'm ignoring YouTube chat, I'm sorry. Hi. What happened, Dustin? No, Dustin, what happened? You retracted your messages. I don't know what that means. Now I have to install EVE on Cashy just for the fun of it. It's something like Evo preview. So, oh, my bad. Okay, so you're not mad. Okay. So there are a couple things you may want to look at as far as client switching options go. As we go to the wiki here, I'll pull up in the on Google Chrome. If we go here, we go to the base repo on the wiki, you'll see two programs here. One of them is the one I made called Eve Min, and I'll link this here. All this does, this is what I use with my own gameplay. All this program does, it's just not even a program, it's a script. It minimizes windows that are not active, and you can see here it dramatically helps your performance. If you want a preview system, not just hotkeyable switching, it does exist. Now you can try to get Evo working by using your own wine prefix environment and get that all hobbled together. I don't recommend it. It's been nothing but pain for people that do it. Some people have it working though, truthfully. Another option is to use Terravin's fork of Eve K Preview, which uses KDE Win scripting to manage the windows and recreate the Evo thing. There's certainly issues with it, I've heard, but it's not, but I'm pretty sure people use it. Now, another option would be to use OBS to have projected windows of inactive clients. There's a bunch of ways to do it, but there's no easy one-stop just shop with no issues. Previewing is one of the biggest issues we've had on Linux in terms of getting it on parity. I don't use previews though, so it works for me. Nice stream, cool voice. Thank you. Yeah, I think that the voice is one of the reasons why people watch my videos in the first place. You guys have been absolutely amazing today, for real. Thank you for the good vibes. I'm hoping to do an MPSI tomorrow for Veterans Day if you want to come by and take my ships. Hopefully we don't feed as bad as Friday, but you know. Seriously, thank you guys for putting up with my silly haircut and my grinding mic and my goofy banter. Much love. I will, of course, see you tomorrow if you're around. If not, no worries. Maybe next week, yeah? Connor07, buddy, just a dumb alt. See ya. Class Squirrel, thank you for coming by. Everybody on YouTube, Dustin, Tommy, Mads. I didn't respond to some people on YouTube. Let me do that real quick. Awesome content. Mads says, what are your thoughts on the new ore not going to spawn wormholes? I don't really do ore, so I'd say probably not too many thoughts. If you want to come by tomorrow and tell me yours, I'll banter about it. Much love to you, Dustin, Tommy. It was a fun one. Flake, good luck. Come by the Discord and make sure to make yourself known. We'll help you out.
GF975 says, see you tomorrow the same time.
Bluegray says it's not the voice, but it's the voice despite the hair. Awesome. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Techno, you're welcome. Thank you for coming by. Bluegray, much love, buddy. Flake, good luck with everything. Meek. Hey, you. Oh, you came back after winning stuff. That's crazy. Usually people win stuff and I never see them again. We got a repeat offender here. See you, Gravy? Lucas says, be nice to get the LibOb stuff on pair with Evo. We might have preview parity with Windows. Yeah, I mean, I feel like people are pretty close, but there are some issues. So how does Linux overcome problems? The same way any free open source software does, by getting together, talking about the problem, creating demand, and filling it from the goodness of our own hearts. Take care, Lucas. Take care, 3. Thank you again for the support. Very generous of y'all. I tried to put a little thing at the bottom of the buy screen to say thanks and all that. Lego, you are welcome. Have a wonderful evening yourself. Mr. Fish, coming by, gracing us. I was trolling him with the stream title. Zenistar with the follow. Thank you. See you tomorrow, same time? Yeah, I think so. I like streaming earlier than this. Usually I like streaming about 2 hours earlier than I started. It just feels better to stream in the AM. Adios, bon voyage, says New Jerky. Salut. Bonne nuit. Laptech with the follow. Thank you guys so much. Let me just do a quick check and see if there's anybody we can point some of these viewers at. Remember, I got raided by our dear friend. Well, he's actually not our dear friend. I don't really know him that well, but I like his stream. Grim. Brother Grim. Dude, words are hard after you've been talking for 4 hours, alright? Jesus. Sal, if you want to throw a character out there, you're welcome to join us in Blopsland. Guys, hit me up if you want to Blops. Let me see, who's around? See you, Blitz. Alright, I'm gonna raid you to this. I have a chatter that's streaming right now. I wonder what he's doing. I'm gonna put mad viewers on him. Let's do it. Guys, have a wonderful evening. Be nice to everybody that I raid, just in case you don't like him. Just be nice and leave. See you guys.